subway car trains, and they just have a switch.
Wow.
Like it's just a latch that just controls the throttle, and like you have to line up the cars exactly like to the lines on for your passengers, and so like you get scored based on like how close to the lines you are and how fast you're able to get from point A to B to C. While maintaining that consistency. It's so dirty and so Japanese.
That sounds really good. Is drinking allowed in those kind of arcades or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh baby.
See,
I
that's
get
why
my
I'm like,
down on that
if you play
train
that
game when
while
I'm fucking
drinking.
toasted. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're live.
Yep.
Live.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, I just remember being in one of those arcades, and I like filmed and took some pictures, and then I got 100% yelled at.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're pretty big on like filming and pictures in general, in a lot of places in Japan.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Is it kind of like only like touristy areas? There's like an expectation of like getting out cameras and things, and other places it's just like a implied level of privacy.
I think there's also just a big like problem with people like taking inappropriate pictures on cell phones in Japan in general. So I think it's just their policy. I feel like in general to be like, hey, maybe don't just take pictures of people, even if that's not your intention.
Got it. Hate to see it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I have a lost cat.
You do. You do have a lost cat.
I'm gonna let you guys fill time. I need to throw out this trash.
Let's vamp. Vamp about the loft cat. How is your loft cat? Also, do you have like a litter box or something for the loft cat? Is that like something that's became provided?
Do I have a what for the loft cat?
Yes. So the last session, I believe a fair portion of time, while you all were advancing the plot, Des was buying items to take care of this new lost cat that has arrived. None of it, however, was provided through the company that dropped the lost cat off and then left.
Excellent. Okay. Well, good to know.
I spent I don't know, 300 credits or something.
Mm-hmm.
Grand
on
scheme
various
of things.
supplies and accoutrements. We have food, we have toys, we have
bed.
Bed,
medicine, and shots and treats.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, right. Isn't that like my list is in chat?
It's in the chat. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Harness. Lots of good cat stuff.
Much was done to take care of that lost cat.
Just like real life.
But now,
the time you think.
Now the training must begin. We don't have anyone. That's okay. We got a new fireplace door today.
Ooh.
Wow.
And our cats were all about the box that came in. Before we could even get everything out, which was the real problem. We had just barely cracked the box open, and Yor just like shoved his whole head in there and tried to like burrow in. It was like, okay, we have parts in here that we need to get out first, and then this can be all yours. But like, give us a minute.
That's funny.
Cats are like that. When we were opening our Christmas presents, we just put one of the boxes on the side, and all of a sudden there were just like cat paws sticking out. And I could just look over. Didn't even see him get in there. I'll put. Oh my god! I got some. We got our cats a lot of stupid shit for Christmas.
Okay. Does anyone want to try and do a recap of last time?
I would like to roll perception.
Interesting.
I got a lost cat.
Have at it.
That's my recap.
Okay, good.
It's a held action.
Our money got kidnapped. Our money got kidnapped, and the guy who was attached to it.
We talked to Alina Daru, and she was like, yo, where's that lightsaber that A1 has, but no one else that A1 has it? So we're like, I don't know. And then she did some creepy mind proby things, and that was not great. And then, and Ness got good with a sword and shield. I mean, a lightsaber and plasma shield.
Training was a huge success, yeah.
And lots of
my potentially evil brother is convinced that he's going to be the best accountant that ever was, and that's fine by me.
Oh, that's right. You guys woke up
I just forgot about that.
Z9 or whatever in some...
A lot about the restraining bolts.
Just his head only, and it was like a...
Do robots dream or whatever? I don't know.
Do robots dream of electric sheep?
It was a prisoner 426 dilemma there, right there. You woke him up and he's like, "What's going on?" Anyways, and then
I love.
you left him with Meredith, right? I think you introduced him to Meredith or something,
Yeah.
or he agreed to, right?
Both. Yes.
Yes. So Z9 is Z9 believes he is currently locked in deadly competition to Meredith. He is the best option for keeping her financially self-sustained.
I'm excited for like we come back from a mission or two later from now, and Meredith is gonna be like, "Oh, I moved into a much nicer living space."
She's just like not
Oh,
where
we
she
did
was
no
before.
funds.
Yeah. You're like, here's $10.
Yeah. On the other hand, it's very unclear to me how funds work in this game, because by normal world standards, I don't know what her savings is because we never established that, but like
Nope.
what ROI is she getting, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Depending on how much initial investment, it could take a while compared to some of the like a random 100,000 cred drug lord drop stuff we pull in sometimes. So
That's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
Hey,
All over the
It's
place.
liquid assets.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I was chasing down.
Sprax, right?
I was trying to convince you all to chase down the money guy, Mr.
I think you were
Sprax.
trying to convince Des.
I think everyone else was on board. It was
Yeah,
Des
like
who
we need
had
to chase
some-
this down, and A1 and N7 are like, yeah, that seems like a thing that we do. And Ness is like, I'll stay for the plot. And Des is like, I'm conflicted.
Ness was like, you need, because the way you phrased it, I think, was like he's important for us, the Republic, to know on like illegal operations in the Outer Rim. So we need him to be able to like understand what's going on. And Ness is like, for the good of the Republic, I'm in.
Yeah, he gives us visibility over all the many of the illicit dealings of the Black Sun.
That's right. Slavery is
Adam, believe it.
okay to the Jedi Order. So that's right.
Also, he's kind of come in like pretty clutch a few times.
Honestly, Sprax has saved us a lot. So I feel like we should repay him somehow.
Fortunately for all of you, Sprax isn't smart enough to realize how helpful he's been.
Because I've been rolling really well when I talk to him.
Okay, so the very last place I believe we left you guys was you were on your way to Nalhutta to try and retrace Sprax's steps, if I remember right.
That
I
sounds
believe so.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
lifted
Sounds like a
it
thing
off
that we would
like,
do.
hit the hyperspace and it was like.
Yep. Okay.
On the sound.
Yeah, why isn't there like rolling screen credit, whatever is.
Like, come on, Meg, you got up that production value.
Oh, yeah. Please join our Patreon at.
God damn it. Okay. So why don't we start this off with a roll for Des, because you guys have some time in hyperspace here, and I'm going to assume that Des is going to spend it trying to forge a relationship with her Lothcat.
I am.
Yep.
I'm
What
here
should I
for this.
roll?
Let's make it a. This is a tricky because there's no just like animal handling skill. I think I was using survival
I
earlier.
think it's survival.
Yeah, because survival kind of falls into the territory of like understanding how to work with animals. So it's going to be a survival roll against a difficulty of, we're going to say 2, with no setback die this time.
Yay.
It's had some time to acclimate now.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
In your bed.
Cats are tricky things,
All your clothes now smells like urine.
Let's see.
and you can't get the smell out ever.
How much fun do I want to have with this? 'Cause that is a failure right there.
Yeah, but with advantage. So whatever it did, she thinks it's cute. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So okay, yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, you're trying to sort of like get it to trust you and kind of like holding out treats and stuff for it. And so far, it's just behaved sort of very feral towards you. Like it has its favorite little hiding spots in your room, which fortunately you guys managed to corral it into last time. So it kind of has its favorite little hiding spots, and you'll put out food for it, and it'll come out and just like drag it into its little like hidey hole, and then devour it. And so one day you are holding out your hand to try to like kind of get it to come closer. Why don't you go ahead and give me a, what would we call this? Let me take a look at my list here. I don't know why I feel like it's
Dexterity
been,
saving throw.
yeah, something like that. I don't know why I feel like it's been so long. We literally met last week.
Because yesterday was an entire year.
Good point. Yeah, that's
Vigilance.
it. That's why this feels so long. Let's make it an athletics check. Yeah, we'll do that. Go ahead and give me an athletics check against a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
What is she doing?
Don't worry about it.
Trying to
I'm
dodge
pretty sure
the
she's
Lothcat.
basically doing a saving throw.
Yeah, making sure
Outrunning a
Against the
Lothcat.
cat.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. So I mean, the Lothcat, Lothcat very much just like goes full on for your hand, like just goes for a full chomp there, and you just kind of like drop the food very quickly, and it munches, and your hand is safe, but the Lothcat still is not sure about you.
Okay.
Okay. So before arriving at Nalhada, does anybody wish to do anything? Remember that while you are in hyperspace, you cannot really communicate with the outside world much.
But we can communicate with the inside world.
You can communicate with the inside world all you want. Would anybody like to meditate on their way to Nalhada?
Yes, that's
I'm always
what I
meditating.
meditate. That's like damn.
Always be meditating.
Always
you meant-
meditating.
Like with each other inside the
ABM.
ship. But you know, it's
Nice though. I
Image.
know which room is his because he's got a back to take.
Hmm.
oh yeah. Do we all have a room technically? Do I have a
Image
room?
training.
I think
Yeah.
we probably all have a room technically.
Mhm.
We just never we were just like, I guess that one's Ness's because that's just where the back to tank
That's
is.
the one where the back
That's
tank
Ness's now because that's where the Lothcat is.
It's cool. It's like an RPG. You slowly fill out the room.
Yeah.
You can claim your room,
Yeah.
I guess. I always just kind of assumed that like the whole ship is N7's room. So he,
Is that
he
right?
probably just hangs out in
You're like literally the
cockpit most
smallest out of
time.
any of us.
Yeah, he just hangs out in the cockpit most of the time. He has a bunch of junk in the cargo bay. There's probably some shit in like the cockpit. And that's
Like,
just,
do
where
you
he
have
is.
do droids have regenerative cycles?
No.
No, but they power down at some point, right?
Do they?
When we die.
You just I assume you plug in, or you have
Yeah,
some sort
like
of,
C3PO will be like, I'll do shutdown, or like
Yeah,
they,
but that's to save energy for his
Yeah,
battery.
he's just a shitty robot that was built on a desert planet by a child.
okay.
Wait,
Genius child. Genius child. The
Fine.
one. You know, whatever.
yeah.
VTuber angry.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Have you ever seen R2D2 taking a nap?
He chills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chill.
When he
all the
puts his
time.
little foot up, and he kind of like, you know, he kind of gets in a relaxed pose.
Yeah, I mean, I straight
When he
vibe
gets
constantly.
shot by, oh fuck, Gunkins?
Jawas?
Jawas, thank you.
That's different. He got shot.
That was not my canon.
Getting knocked unconscious, I think, is different from falling asleep.
I would still consider being unconscious resting.
Did
He's
like,
recovering
did, like,
strain.
do Star Wars robots have a perpetual motion machine or something in them that regenerates their battery?
I would
Like,
assume there's a little like nuclear reactor in there or something.
yeah,
Oh,
probably.
I just assumed like there's fast
I
charging
mean-
stations that we use.
Or it's the whole floor is like capacitive wireless charging.
In theory,
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
Wait,
you never-
Trevor,
Okay,
what's
we're
the
getting in on
gender
this,
of my
but we could probably
Lothcat?
move on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been completely distracted now trying to see if there's anything about do droids sleep in the rule book.
Like I think in the rulebook it's like you don't have to sleep, you're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Google.
I feel like I remember sleep
Never
as
mind.
not being a thing that they have
There-
to worry
there's
about.
definitely like resilience checks, and it's like droids can ignore most of them.
Yeah, droids do recover naturally. Droids do recover naturally by resting as their system goes into self-repair.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
have a
so if we're
regenerative like
hurt,
rest mode.
they can,
Yeah.
like, regenerate strain
and
and
or
stuff.
nanobots or something,
Mhm.
apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
nano machines. Oh no.
Grey goo.
Droids cannot become force sensitive.
Wait, what was the gender of my Lothcat?
Great
Your
question.
Lothcat is.
Is it
Lothcat. I know,
finally
but-
gonna get a
How many
name?
genders do Lothcats have?
Cousin too.
Or are they?
It is a good
asexual?
question. Does it have a gender?
Yeah,
Your
also good
cat
question.
is female.
Okay.
Is a
lovely
lady
cat.
All right, then I can be like, Alan, it's just a loth cat girl.
Loth cat girl.
Wait, did you name your loft cat?
Not yet.
It's a cat.
And right now, it's just cat.
Can we name the loft cat Alan? Because otherwise, he's never going to be on the show.
I don't know that Alan wants to appear as a cat.
Look, he had his chance to be anything else.
We can headcanon that the shark boy on the cruise was just Alan.
Oh, okay.
Alan, no, dude, he's cruise simulator right now. over
Yeah,
there.
we should have like a guest starring Alan. Like,
Yeah.
Someday.
Okay,
Yeah,
Alan
Alan
is
is
requesting
We'll keep trying.
we name the cat Blaze.
20 blaze it. Nice, bro. Nice, bro.
Johnny
Blaze's
Pies,
Alan
Redman?
used to be like Alan's like online Facebook name, Blaze Astorius. And then he finally changed it to like Alan, but he's known as Blaze on various places online.
Okay,
It's a strong
interesting.
name.
Is Blaze a
Fucking
name for a
edgy
girl?
name for a loth cat, but I'm here for it.
I mean, one of the
Edgelord
American
Loth cat.
gladiators was female and was named Blaze, so I feel like that counts as like a female that's named
Although
Blaze.
oddly, my high school mascot was the Blazers because in like this,
Like the jacket?
yeah, like the freaking jacket because they used to wear blazers.
Sure, why not?
Wait,
That's
your
sad.
mascot was a jacket.
Like there was not like an actual face to said mascot, but we called ourselves the Blazers.
It's a sharp jacket, though.
Like, did the...
Don't
Okay.
try to
Yep.
read into it too much.
In my mind, I'm like, was it just someone wearing a jacket and then like a green bodysuit and then like on the camera
They
the
just
green
chroma key it out.
Yeah, it's just like a floating jacket.
I was
No.
picturing like a
Okay,
jacket.
so
with a
Trevor,
big
to answer your
cape
question,
on it.
this is what we're doing on the way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what
We're
happened.
having a discussion to name the loft cat.
Yeah.
Is N7 building anything? I think that's probably the only quote unquote constructive thing.
Yeah,
we can
I'm
do.
thinking about it. The only thing that I can think of is I would like to build some sort of airlock. I'm using airlock as a strong word here. A secondary door on Dessa's room so that the loft cat can't just like get out when she's going in or out.
Okay, so like you basically
This is going to
want
be janky and uncomfortable for her, but I'm assuring her that I'm doing my best.
installing like basically a second layer, a second door, a second layer of protection on
Yeah,
her.
so
True.
the loft cat stays in there in case it feels like getting frisky and skipping past her when she opens the door one time.
It is staying in her room too, right? Because if the
Well, that's what I'm
lock
making sure of. Yeah.
got out, I would use it as target practice.
Okay, I'm trying to think of your options here.
I've got some scrap that I can just sort of like real janky throw up as a
okay.
big disgusting like box. It was just like a shitty, regular human door on hinges instead of what I assume are fancy sliding doors on these rooms right now. Like this is not pretty. I'm essentially taking like a fridge box and putting it in front of her room's door. That's what I'm imagining.
She basically has her own personal like mud room.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. A
Wait,
really,
what's
really
the
bad
mud
one.
room?
Thing
And
for
so in houses that are in places where it snows, there is a second like entryway to some houses.
yeah, the coat
and
room
it's like
or the
yeah,
mud
it's
room.
like
A coat
Okay.
room.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's what you mean by a mud room. Okay.
Okay, so
I think
you're
that's
giving-
a dirty place.
Wait,
though,
but why are you giving a mud room to?
To
Where?
your room. Your room with
You
the
have
wild
the cat.
animal inside of it.
Oh,
In
so you're giving it a
hindsight,
litter
we
box.
should've
So
just-
the mud room,
there's-
I can put the litter box.
No, because the cat is not allowed in the mud room. I think
Why
you're missing
not?
the point. This is going to be a tiny room. You will barely be able to fit inside of this room.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot for a litter box.
How are you? No, it's going to be like 3 feet by 3 feet at most. So if you want to go in or out of this room, you have to step through, literally, into the litter box.
Yeah, you just step over it.
Maybe it's a big cat. I wonder how big this litter box is.
So anyway, I am making a secondary box to go around Death's door.
great. just for fun, give me a mechanics check on that.
How hard do you think it is to make a box?
This is going to be a 1. This is a 1. This is a really basic thing that you're making here.
Still fail.
You're
Yeah,
fine. Okay.
How much scrap should I spend?
I mean, this is probably going
I
to
don't
be
know
like
what the
a.
scale of things is for
It's
what
probably
that
going to be
costs.
like 100 credits worth of scrap that
fine.
you use here.
I gotta
I would
replenish my supply at some point.
All right, I've drawn a little silver thing around the door. So yeah, Des, you're doing your thing on the ship when N7 comes rolling around the corner with like a whole set of things, just carrying them along in his anti-grav like harness. And he comes around the corner, sets it down. He just starts getting to work on your front door.
Is this while she's asleep? Because that'd be extra.
I hear the
Yeah.
noises, and this is my face.
Did you see how well he succeeded? That was like a stealth construction.
I did it great. It was like a couple tack welds, boom, 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 done. 10 seconds, like no problem.
Yeah, he came
It's
prepared.
3 arms. Like he just rolls up and he's like, and it's done. Like,
Came prepared and he crushed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that cat stays in there.
Okay.
Why do you
I
hate the
feel
cat
much
so
safer now.
much?
I don't. Cats fuck. Did you remember when we had all those stupid little gerbils or whatever on this ship at the start of this whole
Cats
thing?
aren't gerbil.
Yukians?
They were sentient beings who could talk.
Yeah, they were sentient beings who could talk, and they still made a giant mess.
Okay, but if my cat is trained, is it gonna always have to be confined?
Ideally.
Are you serious?
That's how they made you the backpack.
Quick, move the
Listen,
plot.
cats are not. You don't want a cat running around. This is Sean talking. You don't want a cat running around in your car when you're driving down the highway because it's going to be under the seats and like around the pedals and like it's just fucking in the way.
You
It's not
can't
convenient.
have
Now
like,
imagine that you're trying to shoot someone when you're driving down the highway.
in
and the
different
cat
parts of
decides
the
to, like,
ship,
jump
the
all over
cat
the place.
can't
Yeah,
run
but
around.
it's gonna cause all sorts of interesting, like haphazard, goofs during our adventures.
Man,
It's a
maybe I
great
need to
plot.
get rid of
I'm
this cat.
on
So
board
much
with the
cat
cat like
hate.
coming with us and causing hijinks because I think that's funny when we're out doing things. I don't want it to cause us to like crash the ship into a building.
I'm now like, how many blockers
Dad is gonna
does a
turn the
cat
starship
add to
around.
piloting
Wait,
check?
but I was also talking about like I bought a leash for it and I'm trying to train it. So you're saying I can't have it out on leash?
We'll see when we see when you prove that you're responsible enough. We'll see
It's big
if
dad
the
energy
cat
right
is
here.
allowed out while the ship is in transit.
It's also necessary dad energy right now.
I'm gonna
Boy,
She
freaking
bought a
just
fucking
like
wild
call up.
animal. Like Jesus.
You're a
Yeah.
robot.
not a tiger.
Why do you care? It can't even scratch you.
I'm concerned about us not dying. This is like this, and it's like it's just gonna make a mess. It's amazing that it's even shitting in its little box of sand at this point.
Fair enough.
It is surprising how often you do not need to teach a cat how to use a litter box.
It
in
is very
general.
surprising.
They
They
really
just know.
just do
They
it.
just love
Why
it.
is it surprising?
They're,
weird.
Why
Have you
is
ever
it-
raised a dog? Because dogs don't get it.
Yeah, no,
They,
training a
they
dog
don't
takes weeks.
understand.
Well,
cats,
yeah,
cats
because
are
they're
just like,
dogs.
I would like to do this here.
Oh my
Like,
god, are we gonna ever get to Alhada?
Yeah.
yeah. Now Hada awaits. I think we'll just say Des and N7 spend quite some time on the journey there, arguing about this Lothcat's
Cat
future
ship.
on the ship.
Yeah. Apparently Lothcat's not long for this ship.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make sure that it is long for this ship, and so the rest of us are as well.
I'm not gonna leave this Lothcat boxed in one room the whole time.
That's why I made you the backpack with the fucking
Oh
window
my,
on it.
okay.
Like,
But
Yes,
you didn't
we're
say I could
moving
take it
on.
out.
The cat is gonna be okay. It doesn't go in the room. It doesn't go on the bridge.
Okay. Yes. So N7, as you approach Nalhada, what I need to know from you, and you can of course consult with other people about this, are you going to a Nalhada spaceport, or are you finding a place to land on this planet that is outside of sort of the expected routes?
what kind of planet are we looking at?
Nalhada is the adopted homeworld of the Hutts. I say adopted because it was not originally theirs; they took it over. So this is a world that is known for crime. This is the main domain of the Hutts.
Can I go shopping while we're here? There's some illegal things I want to buy
Crime stuff.
that I failed to get last time, so maybe I'll have better odds.
That's for next episode.
I think I
Okay,
would
fine. Before we
actually.
leave, I want to pick some things up.
I think I would actually seek the advice of Wolfowitz.
Okay.
He seems to have a pretty good feel on this sort of thing.
Okay.
What would you like to know?
Hey, well, what should we bring it down in the city or just like hide away in the outskirts somewhere? I don't want graffiti on my ship.
Well, I would say there's a danger to putting it on the outskirts because then we could come back and find our ship completely missing. The benefits of bringing it into the city is we could pay somebody off to take care of it while we're gone. And I feel like those are the different opportunities that we have. They're going to see us no matter what. I feel like we
got money.
Unless we don't have a speeder biker. I don't think we have it. Do we have any speeders?
We have one speeder bike.
And 7 has
We do
finished
have a speeder, yeah.
Yeah, but like a speeder for like 5 people.
No.
I think this can only carry one person. This is not
Yeah.
a...
Okay,
Yeah,
then
it's
we're
not
gonna
a
have to
land
hoof it. So we might as well pay somebody off to protect our ship.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna land in
Okay.
the city.
All right. So you guys land in one of Nalhada's many spaceports. There is a Rhodian that sort of takes your money and jots
Hold
down
on.
some information. Yes.
He doesn't take my money
Stop
before I
there.
talk to him.
That's what I thought.
You can't
I
take
didn't
the
put all
talking
these- I
away
did not
from him.
put all these
Okay,
points
this
into
is all he's
charisma for
got.
nothing.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and hit me with a negotiation roll? But basically, the Rhodian just comes up and says that there is like 150 credit like docking fee.
It's a pretty good deal. Wait,
I mean,
sorry, I started
Is
thinking
that
about how
a
money
good
works in this universe, and I'm now immediately not sure.
wait, Mr. the Senate, what was
Yes.
the difficulty on that?
For this one, I'm gonna say 2 with 1 setback die.
Cool.
Mostly just because Rhodians are holy.
He must be very impressed that I'm a member of the an officer of the Republic, because I think he just gave that to me for free.
Let me think about how this plays out here. Yeah. Okay. So all right, I know. Yeah. So this Rhodian at first, he's giving you a real hassle, and you're trying to talk him down. You're surprised at kind of how stringent he's being on the price. And then Nesprinto appears, just sort of like checking out what's going on. And when the Rhodian sees him, he suddenly turns to you, Wolfowitz, and he is immediately like, "You can dock for free. Anything you want, just let me know."
Nice.
Why, thank you, Mr. Rhodian. I greatly appreciate it. Is there anything that maybe changed your mind?
Yeah, and the Rhodian says, he goes, "That guy right there made me a fortune."
Oh, you're familiar with our gladiator, Mr. Jedi Nesprinto.
The Rhodian sort of laughs for a second, and he's like, "There's nobody on this planet that doesn't know that Jedi."
Fantastic. Thank you.
Oh my god,
And,
I'm excited.
if you want an autograph, I'm sure he'd be happy to provide.
The Rhodian thinks about it for a second, the audiograph thing, and he's like, no. Hut Task does a lot of business here, and if he finds out that I've got this guy's signature, it could be trouble for me. So, but it's an honor to see you. Thank you for coming to our port. And he goes back to work.
Fair enough. All right.
I
we
take
should
it there
probably
aren't
lock this thing
selfies in the Star Wars universe.
There
Yeah,
are
I'm like,
selfies. Yeah,
are
I
there
know.
cameras and printers, and can I forge Ness's signature on a photo and start selling?
Oh god.
Like,
Yes, this was signed by the Nesprinto.
Ness is just derping around like, oh, what's going on here?
This is my favorite store in the Citadel.
Oh boy. Okay. So Wolfowitz, you have the last place that you have the coordinates for the last known location of Sprax. It is unfortunately not quite as helpful as previous ones, because the last place that that spies sort of spotted him was a very sort of just like general area in Nalhada. It's like a general shopping center, which is the last place that you've known him to be. So if you would like to head there, you may.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Jess, your facial expressions are really throwing
There's
me.
a lot going on over there.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to map
You're
some of the
actually
ones
feeling
that are
it, you're actually
missing.
voting.
There's a lot happening there. So, who is going to investigate? Who's staying on the ship? What's the lowdown?
Well, now I definitely want Ness with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ness will like walk out and see that Wolfowitz has, I guess, negotiated that the ship. He's like, "Oh, Officer Wolfowitz, we got this. They're letting us keep the ship here for free. Is everything all right?"
Yes, Mr. Brinto. They are evidently big fans of yours. You evidently earned quite a few people on this planet quite a bit of money in the gladiator ring back in the day. So, well, unless you want to be bothered, I might put up the hood, but we'll definitely want to keep you close, given how popular you are on this planet.
Does that potentially mean that I've also lost some people on this planet money, and this could be a problem that I'm here?
This is why I said put the hood up.
I understood, and Ness will do the nice incognito Jedi thing where you just put the hood up and you're
Excellent.
suddenly...
All of a sudden, no one knows who you are for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Where did that
yeah.
go?
So this is going to be fun. Ness, why don't you go ahead and give me just a general stealth roll? This is against no difficulty.
Uh-oh.
This is just to determine how good your disguise is, or how well you're just sort of laying it low.
Does the hood
Force
give any
powers.
bonuses?
I went
Wow.
around not all.
I don't have force stealthy powers like you do. So all my powers are like sensing things and fighting. So
Oh wait, because it's like Jedi battle armor now, right? Instead of cloaks.
Yeah.
I know the normal Jedi cloaks did something. I just don't remember what they did.
concealing robes.
Oh, okay. It makes it harder to see your lightsaber, I guess? Question
Something
mark.
like that.
And also, when you're fighting it, it really masks your movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
flowy. But I got pretty good stealth roll. Like 3. 3's not bad.
It's not bad at all. It's actually, I mean, considering what you were rolling, that's pretty good.
From 2
Uh,
greens, I was
yeah.
expecting nothing.
Wait, you got 3 successes on 2 greens?
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, that's actually pretty.
Oh wow,
pretty
that's like
good.
almost as high roll as you can get.
Yeah.
If only advantages were as good as successes.
Okay, doing that, and okay, I who's going to check out these locations? I know Ness is. Is anyone else
Uh-oh.
going?
I feel
Okay.
very safe leaving the ship behind
Okay.
because that guy seemed very enthusiastic.
Oh yes.
Can I just wander around outside with my loth cat near the ship?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the cat was going to protect the ship.
It's an option.
We're gonna work on some leash skills.
God, this is not too real.
I'll go with everyone else, not the loft cat.
Okay. All right. So Des is going to.
I mean, do you guys want me there?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
That's
you
okay. I don't know if
do
we
what
need to
you
roll up with the whole crew.
What
Some
was
of you should probably not be in the building.
All right, I'll chill back. Just God forbid I need to get on. Something
want.
happens.
I guess I can go shopping instead? Question mark.
I'll
Uh,
meander on the street and
I
just
mean,
keep an eye on
the
things.
assassin droid may be good to have around.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
we're
okay.
taking
Now
A1.
you're like,
We're taking A1 no matter what.
do you want me to come or not to come? I'm fine with either.
Everyone's welcome to come, but I think at least one person should like kind of stick around.
Well, I feel like you're the muscle on this one, A1. Ness,
yeah.
we're trying to leverage your personality here, but really, A1's got the muscle, and I've got the. I don't know. I'm a member of the Republic, so I probably am less likely to get killed. Depends.
We got the brain and the brawn
Yeah, there you go.
Very
and the
good.
more
And the
brawn.
face.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, the
So-
face and the brawn. We don't need a brain. I mean, N7's the brain, but we can use a comlink for that.
Exactly.
It's true.
Hey, I'm the mouth, okay? Some credit, please.
Yeah.
All right. So this area here is sort of the last place that anyone saw Sprax and his team. It's sort of a big general sort of like shopping area. It's sort of swampy, so it's not exactly the nicest like place. But they have a couple of shops set up that do things like munitions, and there's like a bike repair store, some like general like storage, amenities, food, things like that. So you are free to pick a place to investigate or inquire now.
Is there anything that's is it open air? Like, is there? Or is
Yeah, where
everything
you
pretty
guys
closed
are
up?
right now, where you guys are right now, like this is all very open air. So like all of these little like blue areas here are spots that are just sort of open to like the general public to walk up and ask for stuff. Most of the merchants tend to stay in the inside area, but they all have some sort of like window or bar or something that opens up to talk to people.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna roll up to. Is there any? Can I tell like what any of these things are? Any of the bars or like social establishments?
Let's see. Des is not present for this, right? She's off with her loth cat at the moment.
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm
right.
lothing and catting with Blaze.
You're loth-catting.
Would Des know where to find a good drink?
Maybe. It's an
So,
underworld planet.
I was about to say, who has underworld skill aside from Des? Does anybody?
I mean, we have comms people.
I know, but how are you gonna know?
So,
Because
so
I have
what you can
underworld
do-
knowledge.
Oh yeah, underworld. Yeah. So
We're all
Underworld-
gonna describe these
Streetwise.
buildings to you one at a time.
I mean, I guess I
We're
get it a little bit, but
That is relevant. Like I didn't know about the the bar with the name that I forgot the name of.
The Eagle?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
know that was a thing. So like there's knowledge there.
all right. So I'll give Des a call on the comm link because I also own one.
I mean, don't we all at this point?
Well, you're robots. You already, of course, you do.
Exactly.
Well, we should, but we didn't. We had to buy them.
Oh, I mean, sorry. Yeah, we do have to buy them, but I have one, so it's fine.
Okay. All right. So I'll call Des and ask her if she knows any good drinking establishments in this region.
Let me think about it. Let me think what I can remember. How much
Yeah,
difficulty?
and
Go
we're gonna
combing through
do
that big brain of yours.
We're gonna
there's
do
no
that
Yelp
by
back in the day.
the long, long
Google Maps.
past. So yeah, go ahead and give me an underworld roll, Des. So you're just asking her about a bar? Is that?
It's a good place to get a drink.
Well, any
Watering
excuse me,
hole.
any place where let's just say underworld activity might be. Like I was guessing a bar off the top of my head, but just
Sure.
anywhere place where underworld activity might be popular. around here.
Information.
Do I
Okay.
have a
Are there
difficulty?
knowledgeable patrons around to discuss?
Yes. So we're gonna make this just a difficulty of 2 for now, I think,
Okay.
because that's not a terribly complicated thing to know. This will be your underworld's knowledge. Hey. So yeah, Des, you know a few things about this planet.
Yeah, Wolfowitz, I remember.
Okay, so there are a number of huts who operate in this area, and they all tend to have their own establishments at their particular venues. And that's typically where a lot of like the socialization and stuff happens. But they don't tend to operate in these sort of open air markets. But they do own some of these establishments and distribute their goods through them, including laundering. Money laundering in some of these locations.
Excellent. Yes. Do I have any idea where? Well, can I ask Des would it require another roll to ask essentially like, is there any good laundromats in this area for currency?
Let's do this. So Wolfowitz, you kind of like hold up the phone or the HoloNet thing, and you kind of like wave it around for her to like see the area. And so Des, what you notice?
I'm looking around.
Yeah, so you're looking around as Wolfowitz is sort of like showing you around the area via the HoloNet. This area here distributes goods that are made of silicax oxalate. Sure, yeah, it's a very Star Wars mineral, and you that sort of stands out to you because there is a hut that controls the silicax oxalate mines out here, and it seems like that might be the kind of place that Sprax would know as a Black Sun Vigo.
Before we do anything, can I use Force C and just use the Force to see into Ness's personal future to see if I get any hints.
Oh boy,
I
I
thought we were
love
gonna say accosted by fans.
these. Are my favorites. Yeah, I do. Yes, please do that.
Here we
Oh,
go.
well,
You actually
does not
like
work.
these?
Oh boy.
It does not work, is what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
no.
Ness, the dark side's a little too strong on this planet for you to peer into the future here.
He doesn't get like a monkey paw feature.
No, I think he
Wait,
just failed.
If he wants to dip into the dark side, he can.
Trevor, do I know the name of that hut place? This place,
So I mean, it's
or is it,
It
just
doesn't
like I remember? Oh, there's a bar in this alley. That's probably a good place to start.
So this place only stands out to you because of the goods that they are selling. There is no way that they could be selling any sort of silica oxalate products without knowing a hut. There's just no way.
Got it. And I assume I said all that to Wolfowitz.
Mhm.
All right, I'll kind of belly up to what kind of establishment is this?
It distributes most of the stuff that they distribute. This is another thing you learn from Des. It is disguised to sort of look like candles and antiques and things like that. But if you melt it down, it becomes something else. Something that, when inhaled, becomes a whole lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so you're rolling up here.
All right. Yeah. Is there anyone in the shop?
Yeah. So a woman with like very red eyes and sort of one little bionic part on her head sort of flips up this screen that like folds up. And she just kind of like puts her arms on the counter and is like, "What can I do for you?"
Well, I think I'm not exactly in the market for goods, but I am in the market for information. I am looking for someone. And I'm hoping you might be able to point me in the same direction or in the right direction. Do you think you could help me?
She says, "Depends on who you're looking for."
I'm looking for a Black Sun Vigo.
Okay, so what I want you to do now is give me a negotiation roll against a difficulty of 4.
4? Jesus. Was that the wrong thing to say? Was I too direct?
Can I assist somehow?
I don't know if this is really your strong suit, A1.
Can you make it harder by intimidating the woman?
I'm like, am I gonna end up being called over and being like, you might know these people?
Okay, hold on. We've got a couple of routes here. Let's see
What
how the
is your
negotiation goes.
negotiation skill, actually? I'm curious.
What was that? 4 setback?
It's 4 difficulty. 4 difficulty. Yeah. Okay. That's
That's not bad. For 4 difficulty, that's not bad.
That's pretty good,
Could
to be
have been
honest.
worse.
Okay.
Okay. So Wolfowitz, you're also going to give me an athletics check now.
Oh
Oh,
my.
that's not
This will be
good.
This will be just difficulty of 2.
Yeah, still not great.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as soon as you say like I'm looking for a Black Sun Vigo, her face is still pretty straight, but you just notice like a slight sort of movement in her hand as she kind of like goes down into the left, and she hits a button, and you see her whole shop just start to like close up, and you look up just in time to see like the hood come down and just hit you right in the head, and you take 2 wounds from that.
What? 2 wounds? I got not a success, but you know, I got an advantage. I didn't get a glancing blow on that.
Yeah, that it would have. Let's say it would have been worse. So you're
Jeez,
yeah.
pretty
So
serious.
that hits you pretty hard, and that shop just completely locks up.
Okay, well my backup's gone then. That sucks.
And a lot of the other people out here now are starting to kind of look out the window towards you after having seen that. There's a little bit of attention kind of being drawn your way, but everyone still seems to be going about their day.
Jeez. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not gonna have the best of luck here.
So Trevor, just out of curiosity, like if I were to come over, would I then roll more like underworld stuff?
You could definitely do a little bit more underworld skill to sort of narrow it down for them. Yeah. But instead, why don't we have you roll another survival check to see how
Yeah.
things are progressing with your loth cat?
Against 2?
Against 2 for now.
Okay.
You know what? Add a boost die because right now it's enjoying being outside a little bit.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a setback. It's like it's in a strange environment.
There we go. Okay, you guys are starting to build a little bit of understanding.
Yay.
You know, it's enjoying being outside. It likes sort of batting around in the swamp. It's enjoying it. Little +1 on your relationship with your loth cat there.
Yay.
Can
Okay.
we contact N7 and see if he can like open the shop or something?
But
Do you think that's a good idea? I'm not sure.
Does it need to be this shop? I'm very confused
That's true.
right now.
Maybe we can try another place.
Oh no,
I
at
think
this
it
point, I
was-
feel like we should probably try another shop unless we want to break into the
I was
shop
gonna
right
say,
now. I don't know if that's
yeah.
gonna help.
Yep.
I had a different thing that I wanted to try.
Ooh.
What's that?
As they're going around doing whatever they're doing, I wanted to be going to these different shops, and I'm gonna ask them if I can dig through their trash. I want to just appear as like just a scrap dweller, and I'm just sort of like, first of all, yeah, trying to find some good scrap, maybe. That's the story that I want to sell them. Secondary to that, I want to see if I can find any clues of like where the weird shit's going on. Like, oh, this place says that it's a bar, but they have this trash, and that doesn't make sense. And like, we should check this place out, kind of thing.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so we'll make this 2 rolls.
Sure.
First we'll do just a general. I'll let you choose between deception or negotiation on how you want to pitch this to the various shopgoers.
That's tough because in deception I have 1 green, and in negotiation I have 1 green. So let's
just
say
having
it's
an extra
negotiation.
arm
I feel
help.
like it's negotiation.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
I look like
Alright,
a little mechanic droid. That feels right.
Are you gonna finally use your lift thing, whatever?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've used it sometimes. It's just not like been an important plot point.
Yeah.
All right. This will be against just a difficulty of we'll say 2.
Oh, that's not good.
Let's see how this goes.
Is this a task that would be assisted by having an extra arm?
This one, no. The next one, yes.
You always gotta ask.
I'll dive canceled out. Okay.
Almost had it.
So here's what I'll say for that one. Is like they tell you they don't tell you no. They don't tell you yes either. It's just kind of they just kind of like try to shoo you away.
That's good enough for me, baby.
So I think now what I'll have you do is give me a stealth roll,
Sure.
just to see kind of how.
ask if like while he's doing this, like I've kind of wandered around with Blaze, and can I roll a stealth roll and kind of wander to catch up with the crowd?
Yeah, sure. You don't necessarily need a stealth roll to catch up with the crowd unless you're just trying to kind of like not be noticed.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, all right. Yeah, go ahead and give me a general stealth roll. And then I'll do this.
Did anyone ever have a friend who like dumpster dived for bagels behind the Panera?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's weirdly specific.
Very
I grew up in a place that had Panera, so I don't know.
Specific, but I'm like, I bet this is a unifying experience.
I
Okay,
went
and
on
then-
a date with an anarchist a couple times,
Ooh.
and part of his thing was dumpster diving for all of his food.
Okay.
Oh,
Fascinating.
Okay. There is definitely a story there.
That was also the first time I ever got pulled over, so we'll
While
talk about it another
dumpster
time.
diving for food.
No.
Was it for the bagels?
No,
I have not
really
done any
ironic.
dumpster
You got pulled
diving
over
for
by a
food.
cop.
I didn't realize this was a thing. Panera's bagels must be damn good.
Well, no, it's 'cause,
Um,
like they throw out the stale stuff and then it's just free bread. It's free
Yeah,
real
like-
Yeah, that's
estate.
true.
All the donut shops, lots of places do it.
Yeah.
Interesting though.
And they
Very-
can't technically donate it or something.
Yeah.
Grocery
Yeah, that's the
stores
thing.
throw out a ton of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. How are we? How about that?
So, and
N7's doing a lot of dumpster diving and shit.
yeah, N7, last roll I need from you, and this one you may use your boost die for, is it's going to be a perception check.
Okay.
And I'm giving you this boost die to account for the fact that your extra hand is helping you sort through this stuff faster.
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be just 2.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad.
Great.
Nice.
Okay, so yes, let's get you here. Okay, I've got you up in the corner already. That's great. Let's do
I need
this.
my lost cat.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I have not forgotten the Loth cat.
It's on a leash
There
right
it
now.
is.
And I have the backpack
Yep.
on in case I need to put it in the backpack, but
Great.
Everyone's like, "Who's this lady walking a loft cat?"
no,
What's
that's
going
why I
on?"
did a stealth check. I blend in.
That's true.
Yeah, with the loft cat.
And I sneak
Okay,
up on
that's the Loth
everyone.
cat. Okay.
I'm like,
So N7, you start rummaging through sort of the various like garbage bins around here. You mostly find a lot of like food containers. Some places are just like throwing away like shipping labels. A lot of like bizarre stuff, but nothing that sort of like super stands out to you that would be like weird here. The things you do find that are a little unusual are you find an arm in this place is trash.
Like a meat arm or a robot arm?
Like a person's arm. You're not sure what species it belonged to, but it was definitely like humanoid.
Okay.
You know, had a hand, 5 digits. It's just in the trash. So that's kind of interesting.
Mhm.
is it though in the Star Wars universe?
It sounds pretty.
Maybe.
Is it?
Maybe not always. But this one just like, it's weird. It stands out to you because it feels like something you've seen before.
Uh-oh.
This arm,
Okay.
you know, and it's like you
Okay.
feel like you've seen like a similar. You're not sure if it's the fabric or if it's like the
Fabric.
you know what's left on
It's
it.
still got like a shirt on it.
Yeah, it still has. It looks like it was like a jacket of some kind that was still attached when the
Are there
arm
any
got
markings
severed.
on the jacket?
I would look at that. I'm going to call Wolfowitz and suggest that he checks out this shop. I've just got a weird feeling about this one.
What have you found over there?
It's just a bunch of trash. None of it. I don't know. It's all kind of weird.
I guess
There's-
there's no texting in space, so you can't like relay the message
I
without
can't send a
saying.
photo. No, there's like
I'm
shipping
literally like
labels
20 feet away from
and,
you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, can you just turn around?
Take-out containers. There's an arm. There's
An
not
arm?
tin cans for some reason. What's that?
Oh, what's this arm situation? These people that this sounds a little dangerous.
I mean, yeah, I think that's why you should check it out.
I see. Maybe we should send in Esprinto on this one.
Sure.
I don't think that they. To be clear, I don't know if it was my ask or if it was my uniform that alerted the last shopkeeper. But maybe the Republic is not too popular asking about underground characters around here.
Can I
Perhaps
have
this
like
was not the right look.
walked up right as he was finishing saying that and be with
Sure.
them
Yes,
and be
absolutely.
like, "Oh, it didn't go so well. I'm sorry. Do you want me to try?"
All right, Des. If you can, and I see, I'll pet Blaze.
Okay.
Is that an athletics check?
That is going to be that's going to be a survival check first. So go ahead and give me that with a difficulty of we'll say 2 with a boost die. It's in a good mood right now. Okay. Yeah. All right. No. So we won't do the whole thing, but like you reach down to pet it and it just sort of like recoils and hisses at you. And you get the message, you know, you're like, okay, fine, sure, whatever.
All right. All right.
yeah.
Ooh. I like the drawing there.
I am going to use my neural recorder to like keep note of. There's probably some interesting markings on that arm. in case I need that later, but I'm not paying any special attention to it. Right
Which shop was it again? Was it this one with the Verdian?
Yeah. So this
Wait,
this
Des, are you gonna try to knock on the door and get?
Yeah,
this
I was
person
gonna
to
be
come
like,
out?
can I do a roll for like maybe a special underworld like hand tap on the door or something that gets them to open up?
Special knock,
Knock.
underworld. Knock.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. Yes. I like that.
Can I be
So I won't have
ransom, my
you.
dude. Okay, here we go. I'm helping.
Great. So Des, what I'll have you do is I'm not going to have you roll that. We'll just consider this sort of like innate knowledge for your skill in like underworld. But you know of a couple of like secret knocks that bounty hunters use when doing business with various huts. And so based on the fact you know this is probably a hut task establishment, that kind of helps you narrow it down. And so you do the special doop, 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 tap that is like unique to sort of hut tasks. What? Okay, you were over here, yes? I
Yeah.
thought every time I look up. Okay, all right. So you're over here, loft cat here, and after you do that, this door does slide open a little bit.
Oh, I don't have to roll for that?
No, you're gonna have to roll for something, but that you're not gonna have to do because
Okay.
you know that tab. And so she slides open the door a little bit and she goes, "Do you have a delivery?"
No, I don't. I used to come here a lot. I had fond memories of this place. I just wanted to come back and see how it was doing. I hope you don't mind my loth cat.
She's like, "No, I don't mind the loth cat, but you had fond memories of a Silicax Oxicate antiques shop?"
I mean, I've been a lot of different places, and it was friendly to me. I don't know. I found this place very unique and interesting.
She sort of like looks around, like up and down the alley, kind of like wondering what place you have been that is different from where she is, but she kind of doesn't think too much about it. And she goes, "So you don't have a delivery, is what I'm understanding."
I don't. If I did, trust me, I wouldn't bother. Like, I'd give it to you, right? Like, I mean, I'm out here just like trying to train. This is Blaze, by the way, and I motioned to the loft cat.
Okay.
You're one of those neighbors, huh?
Shaking it out. Yeah. So she kind of like is just like, and all the information about the loft cat you can tell just goes like right over her head. That doesn't even register with her. But she kind of just like after a couple seconds, she just cuts right to the chase, and she's like, "How do you know the hut task knock?"
Do I have to roll now?
Depends. How do you want to play this off?
I have no good ideas. I feel like I need to roll with I would prefer at this moment, if I knew what to say, I'd be like, last time I was here, some bullshit, making up things.
Sure. Okay. So here's what we'll do. You can either use deception or negotiation.
Okay.
I'll let you.
I would just say I've done a lot of jobs.
That could mean a lot of things.
Exactly, it could mean a lot of things.
I'll use deception.
Okay. So go ahead. Roll that deception against a difficulty of. We're gonna say 2 with a boost die, because as of right now, I don't think she does not know that you're associated with the other people.
Boo.
Ooh, okay. All right. So you try to play off the angle that you've done a lot of work with Hut Tass, and she's like, Hut Tass does not accept outside help.
You know what? It's been a long time since I've been here. I could also be like being a little confused. I'm sorry. I thought this was like this one. Was it Silicon Oxide like antique shop? You said.
Yes.
Am I wrong? This is that place, right? Maybe I'm real tired. This freaking loft cat's been keeping me up.
She goes, "Good luck with your loft cat," and she closes the door.
Damn it.
And I want you to make a perception check for me against a difficulty of, we'll say 3 on this one.
It's GTY.
Ooh, okay. So as she closes the door, and she's already doing something with her hand as that door is closing. Like her other hand is on a computer that's like near the door. And as she is closing the door, you are almost 100% sure that you see Hut Tass's like contact info pop up on the screen as the door shuts.
Like, I could actually see it and write it down.
We're gonna say that yes, you could do that, but the bigger takeaway is she is probably notifying the Huts that people are asking about them here.
All right. Well, at least I didn't spill the beans right away. Okay, and I just kind of like dopily wander off, but like a real wide circle to get back to the crew.
Okay.
And I'm kind of like this whole time that I'm in stealth, I'm kind of like just standing a little bit away from them. I'm trying to keep my cool under.
Okay. Wolfwoods, you wanted to go ask about this other shop, yes?
I think you were sending.
Yeah.
Oh, he was sending Ness. Ness was going to go.
Yeah, I was gonna send Ness and see if he had any better luck.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So Ness, you come on up over here. And again, a screen sort of pops up, and Erodian leans out and goes, "Guns, weapons, what can I do for you?"
Oh there. Oh God, this is not Ness's strong suit. This is fun.
I heard stuff that I liked.
Play cool.
I'm looking
don't be direct like me.
Hi, you might not recognize me, but and Ness will kind of lift his hood up a little bit to show that, you know, his face to the Rhodian shop owner. He's like, I fought in the arena for some of the Black Sun Vigos not too long ago, and I'm looking for Vigo Sprax. You know, this is something that I'd really like to be able to try and find him, just to inquire a little bit more about some of the things that had gone on there. Do you know where I could find him?
So one very important question I need to ask before I do all of this is, A1, did you actually walked up over there, yes? That wasn't just memery, that was you actually wanted to go investigate this store, yeah?
Well, I mean, I'm like looking around at what the stores are, and I feel like if there's one that was like weapons and stuff, that'd probably be. It's either that or implants.
Like in line to buy something.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so here's.
Yeah, I will walk up and be like, "Oh, this is actually interesting to me."
So here's what we're gonna do: is Ness, go ahead and give me a negotiation roll, your favorite, but you're going to add 2 boost die.
Oh
wow!
For reasons that
because he must like you.
That may become apparent soon.
What's the difficulty?
Am I also famous?
Yeah, you both fucking whooped ass in the arena.
Okay, great. Yeah, so the first thing he does is go, whoa, shh, like tells you to like quiet down. And he goes like, "What are you doing? Talking about Black Sun Vigos out here? Are you crazy?" He goes, "Jesus, now I see why my Lothra locked up." And he looks over at A1 and he's like, "Hey, come on in." And he's like, "Look, I'll do you guys a solid because this droid here made me a fortune, baby."
God, these are my people.
And he goes, "All right, tell me what it is that you're looking for specifically. I heard Black Sun Vigo. Which one? Who are you looking for?"
Sorry, yes, looking for Vigo Sprax.
He goes, "Okay, all right. So, listen, I'm gonna level with you, and after I tell you this, I need you guys to get out of here, okay? Because I promise you, if they find out you were asking about him and came to my store, the store will not be here tomorrow, okay?" Hut Tass got his hands on Vigo. He got his hands on Sprax. That's where your boy is right now, and I do not know if he is alive.
Do you know where Hut Task's, like, where we can find these people, or
He says, absolutely, and he he goes ahead, grabs like a really shitty gun, sort of like from under the counter. And he presses some like buttons on like the data pad, and he goes, "This one's on me because you guys were so good in the arena." And he hands it to you guys, and like there's a little like data pad thing on the side of the gun that has the coordinates for like Hut Tass's location. And he goes, "All right, now you guys better scram."
Thank you.
But
Everyone's like, what? That's
It's
like,
more dramatic.
thank you very much for telling us all of this. And actually, before I go, can let's just see if he's telling the truth
Absolutely.
via the Force first, because God, the dark side's so strong here. It's not fair. Nerf it.
can I tell if he was telling?
Yeah, can A1 try and tell?
Yeah, roll 3 Force die.
Oh boy. I'm not sure. How would that work for A1?
I mean, technically, if they were trying to make a deception check, then I'd contest it like we
That's
did
true.
last time.
Yes,
What do you
that
contest
is
that with? What's like the insight equivalent in Star Wars?
I think it was discipline.
discipline.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But in this case, I'm gonna say no. You're not. you
Yeah,
don't
it
need-
didn't seem that. But was there good stuff with the store? Like, don't tell me now. We can't go back anymore.
Too late. It's too late. We're
Don't
leaving.
break my heart with good inventory.
Ness was like, all right, thank you for your time, and he'll go back to Wolforth's now and be like, also sir, and he'll look around and try and see if there's anyone looking at him, and then kind of hand him the gun and say like, there's coordinates. This is where Sprax was last seen. Looks like he was taken by Hut Task Force with and they're not sure if he's still alive, but this seems like the best lead we have so far.
Oof. Thank you, Ness. This is great. It's excellent information. Good work. All right. Let's see how far away from us is this area.
So it's not like you guys can stay at like the same spaceport and still be kind of within range. I mean, it's fairly close. In fact, you all need to roll perception checks now.
Oh,
We'll
I
say
was going to tell everybody they could go shopping, but okay.
against the
I
difficulty
was
of
shopping.
that could have been an option. That could have been an option.
I was trying.
A1 just
And-
walked up behind Ness like, hey, shop. I want to shop here. Oh.
No difficulty.
Okay, that's on me. I should have said difficulty of 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I succeed.
You do. Wolfowitz also succeeds. Death succeeds.
Ness does not.
It's kind of interesting that it works that way.
can I
That we all
just
have
take
our own
a-
difficulty check, but
Yeah, it is. Okay.
was
So,
Is something
Not a
about to happen?
yeah. I'm
Do
gonna
you
say
mind if I
something.
just take like a minute?
Sure, we
Oh,
can.
like
Okay,
break?
before an encounter starts. Sorry, I just
Yeah,
have to go
we
to the
can take
bathroom.
Yeah, sure. We can take a
Right,
short
okay.
break. I think we're coming up on Meg's
Oh, yeah.
medication break time too.
Yeah.
I
it's a
can make it
little
take-
early, right?
I can take it 5 minutes early.
Yeah, we'll
I
take
couldn't
our
remember
5.
if it was 9 or 9:30.
9.
I have a thing I want to do, by the way.
Okay,
But
great.
we can get to that.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I just didn't want to get started on something.
I understand. I
Cool.
understand.
More water.
You're back.
I have plans for this arm.
Oh boy.
So I'm supposed to get my keys tomorrow.
Oh, that's big.
exciting. They're the
Very
final
big.
walkthrough today. Everything looked
Wow.
fine. There were no big holes in the wall or anything. So
What
Yeah.
did you guys have a home inspector check it out?
yeah, some time
Is
ago.
not
That
a
was
thing
like
out there.
the initial. I sent in the initial offer. There were no competing offers. So I put an inspection contingency on it. There was nothing that was a big concern. It was
That's
like
good.
windows need to get replaced in the next couple years because they're dual pane, but they're kind of the seal's not great. Right. A couple other minor things. It was like there's 2 outlets in the kitchen that need to be GFI, or they're sort of supposed to be, but they're not. The
That
oven
happens a lot.
wasn't
That's
Stuff.
like a
secured to the wall properly or whatever, and I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, the
a
GFCI
lot of no
outlet
big
thing
deal
is-
kind of stuff. Like,
Was
Okay.
it good besides that?
what?
You're talking about your home inspection, right?
Those were like the bad things.
Okay.
everything
that's
else
what I'm
was
saying.
everything else checked out.
Yeah.
Okay, so when can you actually move in? Can you as soon as you get your keys, or do you have to wait a little longer?
I mean, theoretically, I guess as soon as I get the keys, but there's some stuff that I want to do. I think I want to paint before I move in.
We did that as well. Yeah.
Because like I know that as soon as I start moving furniture in, I'm never gonna paint. And I really want to paint, so I think I want to do that first.
Nice.
And there's a couple little corners on walls that got a little dinged up at some point that I would like to patch up while there's nothing around, and
Yeah.
yeah. I want to get the locks changed and just
Yep.
I don't know, standard stuff. None of the doors have door stoppers.
Mm.
You know,
which
it just
seems
occurred.
stupid.
That is kind of weird.
Like that seems like a thing I want to do.
Yeah, that's a pretty simple thing to attach.
The biggest thing that I want to do is I've become very accustomed to having my apartment is wired for Ethernet. That's really nice. That's really really nice. And so
Yeah.
I kind of want to get someone in to like I want to see if I can make something happen around getting Ethernet in the various rooms.
Yeah, we have a situation as far as that goes, where it's like this house was fully wired out for internet, but it was done around the time that like AOL was the big thing. So every single room has fucking like 56K like modem lines and not like Ethernet lines, and we're just like, cool, this is great. And it runs throughout the whole house. Like down here in the basement in the next room, there's just this giant fucking bundle of like 56K wire that all kind of like congeals, and it's just like, this is going to be a thing I have to deal with someday.
Yeah, I would love to run some Cat 6. That's like fairly future proof.
Yeah.
It's got way more than I need in terms of just like regular home computing stuff. And again, that's just another thing that would be nice to get done before I actually move in.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the painting we definitely wanted to do like before we moved any of our shit in. So we spent a couple days painting the living room and the bedroom and doing shit like that.
Yeah.
You know that
the issue is that I don't know how to design and pick visual things. So that's the next
so
challenge.
that's the thing is the mechanics of painting that I know fairly well because I did but when it came to color choice, I was like she had problems with the paint colors on the like that were here like when we moved in, and I was like, I can't tell the problem here, so I'm gonna need you to be the one that picks the colors here.
Yeah.
The rest I can make happen.
I was gonna say, you know, that cabinet door in my kitchen that was like loose and janky.
Oh yeah, it loosened up like the day after I tried to fix it.
Yeah, no, it's off. But in all fairness, like you
you
weren't
need some, like wood filler.
Jeff had also tried to fix it, so it's like been a problem for a while, but like it's just off the hinge.
I know how to fix it. It's just a screwdriver is not going to cut it.
Yeah, no, I looked at it pretty thoroughly, I think a couple days ago, and I was like, I was like, I'll just carefully rest this on the other cabinet and not try to go in there at all.
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
I am still here, by the way.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll seize the opportunity to go step away real quick.
Yeah. What? That's not what I wanted.
While we're killing time, Nick, what happened to your D&D campaign? I forget. All I remember is that like you were dying terribly.
We were dying terribly, and then our warlock did a like like literally like half the party was like dying, making death saving throws, and then the warlock did a fucking baller ass persuasive maneuver, and like they were down most of the bad guys, and then there's like a couple like 12 mercenaries stepped into the room for the other team, and he convinced them all like, hey, if you just want money, we can pay you, and we can pay you better than what they're paying you. And it worked. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to fight. We don't want to die. Like, you saw what you did to our other friends. And then we got out of that somehow like that. And
Okay.
now we have a keep. And now the warlock, who is a tiefling, by the way, and I was opposed to this,
Classic.
is the mayor of the
I remember you explaining like politics was happening or something.
Yeah, he was the mayor, and I was trying to get the dwarf to become the mayor because I was like, no one wants a tiefling for the mayor, and they're like, stop being racist, and I'm like, that's not my fault. My character's a cleric, all right? He's a fucking It's
To be fair, like tieflings are like literally demon spawn. They're like half demons.
exactly
it's kind of
what I
fair.
said.
I appreciate the way you played that.
But everyone was like, you know what? No, we think he's, we think Saban's gonna be a good, mayor. And then I was like, you know what? Fine, that's fine. You know what? Theo's fine with this. This is okay. This is happening. He tried. He tried to get the dwarf to be the mayor, but even the dwarf player was like, I don't want to be the mayor. And I was like, okay, fine. Which is fine.
Warlock is like the ultimate. This is my first D&D character, and I'm going to be edgy and angsty.
Oh, I feel like Tiefling Druid is more, but yeah. Oh, I guess angsty.
Similar.
Sure.
Well,
It's one of two flavors. Either they were like, I want to be a Druid, or like, I want to be a Warlock.
Yeah.
Or anybody that read any of like the Forgotten Realms books, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, when you were a kid, you need the Driz stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I want to say the session after we cleared all of that up, we just had, it was I feel like nothing happened plot wise, but like role play wise, I feel like everyone was on point, and I think it's because it happened over the break, so no one was tired from work like we normally are. And I literally I slacked someone afterwards. I was like, dude, pretty sure that was like our best session yet in D&D, and I think it's because everyone was like present and not tired from work. Because normally we do them like Monday nights. We're supposed to do our session yesterday, Wednesday night, but for obvious reasons, a lot of people were like not feeling D&D tonight. I was like, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hardest thing I would say with that group is we do not meet very consistently. So like it's always rough. Like if yesterday was supposed to be our last one, I have no idea when the next one is gonna be. It's very much a like play it by the book, because we have now people who have left the company, because it was originally like everyone like all coworkers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now that we have to like deal with other company scheduling too, and like it's just a little rough, but
you can't just do it on company time anymore.
Exactly. Darn.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It's cool. It's interesting comparing D&D to Star Wars RPG.
Are you playing 5th edition?
Yep.
That's cool.
They're very different.
They're very different.
Yeah.
They're so different.
Yeah. There's a couple of times in D&D sometimes where I'm like, damn, I wish my cleric could just like fucking use the force or something, but he can't. So
the force is weirdly over and underpowered in this game.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
When you were saying they're different, I didn't know you were going to be like, oh, I can't do like weird bullshit with.
Well, yeah, I mean, to that I say you're playing a cleric, so like you don't get any fun magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all back.
Mhm.
Looks like everyone's back. Okay. All right. So all my people who passed perception checks.
That was most of us, right?
I think that was everybody except for. I need to get back into.
Wolfowitz having
I
a
didn't
bad
roll
day.
one.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
rolled. Okay.
Yeah. So if you had one success at least, that was more than enough to be aware.
Not a great day. But...
That was got a thumbs up from the Wow, look at that. Okay, anyway. That is enough for you guys to be aware that there is a speeder incoming.
Oh,
Okay.
And it's coming in hot.
Do I know what that means?
Okay.
Coming in
Can I
fast.
can I do my thing now?
You can absolutely do your thing.
So I have this arm, right? And I think it's really funny that I have 3 arms and I found another arm.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
God.
kind of wedge it into my body and like head on over to the rest of the group and be like, yo, check it out. I got 4 arms. I'm a robot. So the fact that it's a flesh arm does not bother me at all.
Oh God.
Funny.
that's disgusting, N7.
This is Sean metagaming a little bit, hoping that the arm is gonna follow and someone who gives a shit is gonna see like a marking on it if one exists. So yeah, I'm making like this is a very dark humor joke, but I'm like, I'm even better at mechanics now.
So Wolfowitz, you're the one who at first is like, oh God, what's he doing? Why are you doing this? And then when you look a little bit closer at the arm, there's still fabric on the arm. It's like a black fabric of some kind, and the hand is blue. And it sort of clicks with you as soon as you see it where you've seen it before. It was the private security chiss in the top lounge at the Black Sun Arena.
Oh
Nice
no.
color change.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Twist.
It was like you're right on top of that.
Yeah, as he's describing it, I'm like, oh, gotta make this thing black. Gotta make this thing.
That was amazing. So
Wait,
yeah,
in my
that's-
mind, doesn't N7 has like perfect memory, right? Wouldn't he have been like,
So,
I
I
recognize.
I have a neural recorder.
I
It's
don't.
not
think-
perfect memory. I can
Yeah.
sort of like look at things and be like, I'm gonna remember that, but it's not like
Yeah.
photographic.
Photographic. Okay.
Did you ever? I think was Wolfowitz the only one who went up to the loft, or was there someone else?
I think it's
He was
just
the lounge at the arena. Is that what you're talking about?
It was like the skybox.
The
They
You
video
don't
thing?
get paid well enough to go up there.
Oh yeah, I was never anywhere near that.
Yeah, I think only Wolfowitz was the one who was up there.
Ness
which is why-
might have with him at one point,
I
like
think
as his
that
champion
sounds
or something.
familiar.
or-
Actually,
I think
yes.
Ness went up very briefly, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta go back down.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that's right. Anyway,
Wow.
only the people who were up in the loft would recognize that arm.
By the way, I keep forgetting to add a boost die to my stealth checks.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do that, especially right now.
Should I do it again? Should I?
Go ahead and roll that boost die right now, so I can add it to your
Okay.
stealth.
And then it also upgrade difficulty of checks to identify a character once the rank of indistinguishable. Wait, what?
does that mean?
Okay.
Upgrade the difficulty. Okay, so the difficulty, it's a challenge die.
Do you have ranks of indistinguishable?
Yeah, I do. So
How many do you have?
I just
One?
have one.
Okay, so you upgrade one die. You could get multiple. You can get it multiple times, is what it's saying.
Yeah.
So it's not a boost die; it's an upgrade, is what it sounds like.
Upgrade difficulty of checks to identify character once per rank of indistinguishable.
That
I
sounds-
see where there's other places to get
Oh,
it. Got
so
it.
what that does?
It's different. That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
different.
want. That's
So
what I'm
what's-
trying to get with my implant.
So what that does is it makes it harder for people to identify you.
Right.
So when they
Yeah.
roll a check, they have to upgrade their difficulty die.
Yeah.
That's what that
So yeah, I was flagging that more for you,
Yeah,
but
okay,
I
that's
only have
important.
one rank in it.
That is important for me to know. But what I need to know first is, all right, so there is a land speeder coming in hot.
Describe it to us. What does it
That
look
you
like?
guys are all now aware of.
What's the balance?
It's on the horizon, so it's still a little bit tricky to see. Does anybody have any sort of
Yep.
optics or yep?
I feel like somebody does.
Expecting.
I have electro binoculars.
Yep. So N7, you go ahead and whip those
Ooh.
out. They slip over
I think
your
they're
eyes.
implanted. Or no, they're not. Never mind. Yeah, whip them out. I
Yeah,
should have
they-
them in.
They slip over your eyes, and you do see a male Twi'lek driving land speeder, and then you see a bunch of these guys in the passenger seat.
Ooh. Oh, hello.
Are they
Uh,
orcs?
They
kinda
are
look like
they are all very armed.
orcs. I think I'm more armed.
Oh my god. I want
I
that as a
can
gift.
fit. I beat the campaign. I won it. I won the whole thing. I will pass that information along to everyone else. I assume I know the proper terms for whatever race those things are.
So this is a Gamorian,
Because
Ooh.
N7 lives in the
Thick boys.
universe.
and their race is known for being sort of like, I mean, the Hutts very much subjugated them and made them sort of, they're like captains and guards and soldiers for a lot of different Hutts all over the galaxy.
Okay. Yeah, I want to pass that information along, and then do these shops have like flat roofs?
Yes, they do.
I'm gonna fly up on top of one of the shop's roofs.
Okay.
Wait, before you go, I want to ask: should I shoot?
That's not-
Probably not.
And I was also wondering if I can like stealth myself out of this.
Yes, that is why
We have time. We could go any number of places.
So you can
probably.
definitely do that. I probably
you guys
should
you guys have identified this thing early enough that it is like en route. So now is when you get to tell me what it is you want to do about it. And Seven's going on a roof, it sounds like.
I've been told not to shoot, and I will wait to see what everyone else does.
Okay. So N7, you're up here. I'm gonna assume, unless you want to pick a different building to jump on top of here.
No. I like that one.
Okay.
Are we leaving? Should we leave if we're not going to shoot?
I am not going to leave.
Can I shroud myself and use one
Incomprehensible.
destiny point to make myself undetectable via force powers?
Absolutely, you may.
Wow.
Here's the thing, though.
But don't you have
Your left hand.
Not in range.
Yeah. I'm not sure if your powers extend to your Lothcat.
It's also true.
So go, but you may do that. So you're going to spend a destiny point and shroud yourself, right?
Well, the Lothcats now, I'm gonna put it in the backpack too.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that backpack. That was a good idea.
Okay. All right.
How do I use? Thanks, Siri. How
It is
do
an interesting
I?
question.
Interesting question.
How do
What a
I?
worthless response to a query. What an interesting question. Fuck you, Siri.
Yes. Okay. How do I
It's
use?
destiny player. That's how you spend a destiny point.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you are now shrouded
Yeah.
by the powers of the Force. Okay.
What's that
Wolfwitz,
mean?
you're just waiting for him. Yeah.
I'm gonna rip the data pad off of that gun and shove it in my pocket and drop the gun.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
I will also try and get into a vantage point if I can.
Okay. Are you going up onto like N7's roof? Is that the plan?
I mean, I need to understand terrain. I don't have a jetpack, so I can't just fly anywhere. So I am
Yeah,
probably help
scaling
you,
a building if possible.
You
I
would
have
have
a
to climb.
jetpack. I can probably help you climb or something.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
I'll just go with N7 then. That seems fine.
Okay.
I
All
don't know
right.
if I
Yeah.
can lift you, but I think I can help you.
I'll try and
So-
grab onto his one arm and then it falls off. So then I grab for his other arm. Instead.
I left the meat arm behind.
You're doing
That's-
fucking bit comedy right now.
We're the droids. That's what we're supposed to do.
fair?
You're actually not wrong.
He's
Okay.
not wrong. It's canon.
So
do you
A1.
Like, why are you surprised? I'm just playing the Star Wars.
I'm not a character. I'm a side character.
Oh my god. Okay. A1, go ahead and give me an athletics check against difficulty of 2, and you can add a boost die for this.
Hell yeah.
Ness, Ness, can you do the mind trick thing?
No, I don't have that point.
Can you wave the hand?
How many episodes are we into this thing?
All right.
Wait,
We all saw, in Jedi when Luke is all like the Gamorians, he's like, yeah, you don't know anything, you're dumb. All right,
Yep.
that's why I need a Jedi here. I need somebody that's gonna wave their hand, and these Gamorians are gonna.
I'm waving it for you, but that's all I can do.
That's more
That
than
hand
that's like
looks
that's his
wrong.
thing. And that
I
hand
know
looks
the
really
way it
creepy.
maps this hand is so
It's
weird.
It's very wrong.
It's very cursed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so those two are up on the roof. I feel like I should just stay down here with Wolfwitz then, because
Okay.
it seems like the
I
best.
do want to hide on the roof. I want to make that clear. I
Are
am.
we in bushes? What is
I
this?
am not
green
visible.
Yeah,
on this.
So yeah, the arm is in the bush. The gun is now in the bush.
grass for
We-
the dogs
we've
and
dropped some
bobcats
shit.
to poop. Okay.
Yeah, you guys have hidden plenty of stuff back there.
Okay,
Okay.
are these bushes? Or what are these?
So this is like differently colored
Shady.
terrain. So like this area here is sort of like more like sort of swampy,
Oh, cool.
and then this area here is like more
right,
stable
more
ground. And then this area here was actually supposed to be sort of like just like open water. But I can,
Oh, that's water.
We
Okay.
could just stick it all over it.
I was gonna say I can.
Well, now
see
there's
how
just a
looking at
freaking
it now, it
hand in
looks
that
sort of
water.
like-
Although that being said, it makes sense to hide the arm and the gun in the water. So
That's
It
true.
does make a lot of sense.
Sure.
That is where I would have put it if I knew that it was water. So good
Yeah.
job, me.
All right.
high fives all around.
So Ness and Wolfowitz are waiting to see what happens here, and then the rest of you are in hiding. So all of the shops, as they sort of spot the speeder coming in, they all shut down. So all of the panels start closing. People just start pulling stuff inside. Everything shuts down out here. And we get our speeder. Okay. Just a little surprised to see it not have a transparency layer, but that's fine.
I was gonna say it's also as large as Wolfowitz.
Big
Gamorians must be really.
Don't
really
worry, me
small.
and the Lothcat are gonna sneak over, steal the freaking speeder, and then pull my favorite move out.
Are you gonna GTA it again?
Oh God, what have I done? Oh Jesus. Okay, we're fine. Crisis
All right.
alert.
Oh god, that's a lot of Gamorian guards. How big is a speeder?
It's
Don't worry.
4. It's 4.
We'll talk this out. It'll be fine.
So we could all almost fit in a speeder if, like, someone holds N7 on their lap.
Very heavy. He's got, how many arms has he got now?
I'm on A1's lap.
Yeah, that makes
Aw.
sense. Wait, who's this guy in blue?
So this is the male Twi'lek that was driving the speeder. He steps out and approaches the two of you. And he looks back and forth between the two of you. And he says, "Greetings. The Honorable Hut Greetok Tass invites you to have an audience with him."
Ah, pleasure. This Grita Taz. What does he wish to speak with us about? To what favor do we owe this audience?
He says, "Well, it would appear that you have been seeking him, and so the Indomitable Task has made this possible. If you would please come with us, he has some questions for you that need answering."
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're just gonna go?
Do you think? Yes, absolutely.
That's why
Okay.
this adventure is very D&D.
Like I
First
said,
off, First
as
off,
I was-
either I get captured or we get captured, and you have to come rescue us, or we get captured, and we talk our way out of the situation. We find the guy that we need, and then we call you, and then you help us break out.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm
Or we
fine
get into
with
a
letting the two
firefight
of you go, because
with,
apparently
like-
you're going peacefully.
Well, we've got
Yeah.
I feel like we have the mouth and the mind of the situation, and we can. If we can't talk our way out, we can maybe manipulate our way into getting the information that we need. I'm counting on you, Ness. On your face or on your force powers. Okay, these are the two things that I need you for.
Taking death. You should have taken death. Wrong Jedi. Wrong Force user. But that's all right. That's all right. I was literally
Okay.
just looking up the influence this like force power. So I was like, oh boy, this would have been handy this campaign right now.
Maybe we should think about that.
Yep.
yeah, maybe.
All right.
Okay, so this speeder, you guys pile in. These two Gamorians actually stay here as you two get in.
How fast is a land speeder?
Speeder goes pretty damn fast.
Damn.
So this one. Where are you? Here you are.
We've
this
chipped
guy's-
math, right?
This guy's got a speed of 4.
Just like
pretty
a
fast.
It's
tracking
pretty
chip.
fast. It's pretty fast. Especially for a land speeder, 4 is up there. Okay. So this speeder turns around, lights up, and is off.
Bye.
All right, here we go.
You guys.
These two folks are just like wandering around getting lunch.
Bye.
Hi. So yeah, these two are just kind of like wandering the area, sort of looking around, seeing what they can find. This guy goes here. This guy's kind of. This guy's kind
Lost cat. What's that doing?
Lost cat in my backpack, and I'm stealthies.
Okay, so while the Ness and Wolfowitz, while you two are on your way to Hut Tass's palace, the rest of my crew here, I think we're gonna need you guys to do initiative rolls here. While you talk me through what you want to do about these two guys.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, kind of. I'm like, all right, I guess we're here.
So yeah, go ahead. So is the plan just to kind of wait for them to sort of leave?
I'm on a
Maybe
roof.
bags will have to pee eventually.
Okay.
This is willpower, right?
They can't see me. Vigilance are
okay.
cool, right? For
Sorry,
initiative.
vigilance.
Yeah. So I think it's cool or vigilance is your two options for difficulty. If you guys are waiting it out though, we can definitely wait it out.
My intention was not to pursue them tightly. They're both adults.
They can handle themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know what Ness is
Did they
doing.
say that they wanted us to follow them?
I
Well,
don't-
they didn't really have a chance to say anything.
I
Kind
was
of
gonna
got
say
in.
they didn't really have a chance to communicate with you guys in any capacity.
They could have used the force, except it wouldn't work on droids. But
I don't think. Can you tell them?
Okay, so here's what
it's
I'll do.
unclear to me because Luke definitely hears voices in his head, and I'm like, is that force communication or is he just crazy?
Yes.
That's the. I gotta think about this for a second.
It can be
Asking
both.
The big Star Wars questions here.
Now
Oh, boy.
you've like lit the fire for me to rewatch all the movies again. Like even
no.
after.
I think it's 100% both, depending on the force clarity and like what's happening with the vision, and then who's there, and what's trying to be communicated, and
I feel like it's part like Force Ghost, part Force C. Like he's
Yeah.
getting visions of the Force. I feel like if Obi-Wan and Luke were both alive, I don't know if Obi-Wan could just be like, beep 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 beep, Luke, come here to my house right now in Tatooine.
Could he have emanated
Wait,
good
no,
and/or
I mean-
bad vibes to communicate?
Luke calls out to Leia in Empire Strikes Back.
No, you're right. You're right.
True.
You're totally
Yeah.
right. But that's like a feeling. I don't know if that's
He's
like.
got
Well, that's
sending.
what I'm saying. It's different levels depending, right? Like Leia wasn't strong with the force, so
Yeah,
it-
that's true.
it's
So,
like it depends
They
on the
should- they're
clarity.
also related, so
That feels like
Yeah.
such an I know this is derailing a little bit. This feels like such an obvious thing that you would try to figure out how to do with the Force. Is like communicate with other Force users.
That's why the Force FaceTime was such a big deal, though, because like that's like the most they've done. Like that's the first time you've seen them like actually like face to face talking. Most of the time, it's like you get a gut feeling, or like you have.
Wait,
Yeah.
when you say force to force FaceTime, you mean
Ray
He
and
means
Ben Solo,
Rise of Skywalker,
Okay.
and then Rey
Last
and
Jedi,
Kylo.
and yeah.
I have a question, Trevor. I realize it's late, but I forgot I had this thing. Is there
Okay.
anything in my stealthy pose? You're gonna say no, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
ask it. You have to ask it.
Stealthy pose.
I'm
Did I
waiting.
like quickly whipped my tagger onto their the speeder
Speeder.
as it went away?
Oh boy. Okay. So I mean, you do have that force power going.
Like a little. I can't demonstrate with my
You
VTuber,
need
but
to, I'm going to need you to spend a destiny point for this one because that moment sort of passed us
Yeah,
by.
that's
kind of
fair.
retroactively
Group, do you want me to spend a destiny point on this?
I
Do
do
it.
want
Hey,
you
you
to
do
spend
you.
a destiny point on this. Yes.
Do it.
YOLO?
Oh, do it. Okay.
Might as well.
We never use Destiny points.
Exactly.
I've used two
Like,
now.
I use it on semi-frivolous shit. Like, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
use it. It's fine. I'm sure we have a lot.
What am I going to use a destiny point on? Finding scrap?
Finding additional arms, like, come on.
Okay. All right. So spending that destiny point, yes, absolutely. While you were using your force powers, sort of hide yourself. it was very easy for you to go over and slap a tagger on that land speeder. So you have perfect eyes on it.
Hell yeah.
Now, as for these guards, they had their roles. So this one approaches over here. And you know that you're shrouded by the Force. But he's a little confused when he sees a loth cat just sort of like floating in a backpack here.
Oh, I'm like invisible?
That's how that works.
Wait,
But-
it doesn't apply to stuff you carry? This is always very
But-
weird with invisibility.
Yeah. He kind of looks for a minute and he thinks there's something kind of weird about the loth cat, but he doesn't think on it too much and he keeps going. And so he kind of wanders down here. This guy follows a path that goes right up to this building. And he sort of trails along the outside. And what he finds is he spots something in. So he yanks the gun and the hand out and starts making a bunch of noises. This guy overhears, and they come over and start discussing near the pond.
Perfectly laid trap.
About the gun and the hand. And then
What
they
are- Can we understand what they're saying? Are they saying, I found trash in this pond?
She got this sick arm.
Need a hand.
so they are.
They're just fucking memeing on each other.
They are speaking Gamorian, and I'm gonna guess that no one here knows Gamorian offhand.
I don't know. There's not a languages skill in
There
this
isn't a
game.
language skill, which is very annoying. I
don't know,
will
I'm a
say,
robot.
if anyone
I'm
has
right.
Streetwise, they can give it a shot. Does anybody in the area have Streetwise? Somebody
Again,
does.
I'm like, I have an intelligence of 2, so
Um,
technically I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I don't
think
know. I probably know how to say hello. That's about it.
I have some in Streetwise,
Konnichiwa.
yes.
That's what I thought. So, Des, go ahead and hit us with a Streetwise roll. Difficulty of 2 with a setback die.
Streetwise, yeah.
Okay, so you're not able to understand everything because it's a language that you do not usually need to know a lot of, but you pick up enough words here and there to kind of figure out what they're talking about. You definitely overhear them say like "must be here." You overhear them say they're talking about the gun, and they're fairly certain that this building here must have helped you guys out.
Uh-oh.
And so they come over here, getting ready to knock on the door.
Did it have like their logo or something? I'm very confused.
It's not necessarily that it had their logo, but this is an area that the Hutts know very well. And there is only one person in this area that would have been distributing like shitty guns.
Oh wow. Okay. Called out.
Can I like whisper on the comms to N7 like, hey, they're headed your way right now?
Absolutely.
Hey, they're
So-
headed your way right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Let me know if they can fly onto the roof.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We're on the roof.
We're just chilling on the roof.
Okay,
Hanging out
well,
on the roof.
should be. It doesn't mean they can't get up to the roof. I don't know if there's not stairs in
Yeah, let me
there.
know if they start flying up to the roof is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
When I'm on the roof, do
All
I
right,
see
dicks.
like there's like a hatch or like a staircase to get up here?
So there are some boxes that you you can climb that are kind of like hanging out on the side. There is a staircase down over here. If you
Like
guys
from the inside of the
let's
building?
draw it. It's on the outside actually. There is like a
Why
there's
did
a
I carry A1 up here if there was a staircase the whole time?
Yeah.
All right, but it's fine. I just want to know where they could like easily get up.
Yeah.
So
Well, so my interpretation was that A1 was scrambling up the staircase. So this little ladder here has like a chain on it and like a lock, theoretically to like keep people from just like keep anybody from just getting up on the roof.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you do know there's a staircase there, or a ladder, I should say, and then we also have a pile of boxes, which I'm going to doodle now. here.
How does Dess's force power work with respect to droids?
Bucky doesn't.
Any sort of like kinetic force power works on droids. Any sort of like mental manipulation does not.
Well, because she's doing something where like neither of them can see her, right? Is she just manipulating? Was she manipulating like the whole crowd?
No, just those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there even a crowd? I thought everywhere cleared out.
So
There was, like, four people originally, right?
Oh, but 2 of them got back on. Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So the power that Des is using right now is a thing that she can do with a destiny point that makes her like basically invisible. So her manipulation power is a thing that is targeted. This is one that just sort of like activates on her. So I guess had any of those people been droids, I would have had to cross that bridge. But fortunately, that was all organics.
Yeah, but I've learned my lesson to not even try when it's droids.
So this wasn't like one of the Night Sisters things where like they're just fucking bending light. This was squishy.
Yeah. This was
So I see her and I saw this dude like stare at her and then walk away and I'm like, what a fucking idiot. And so I am extremely unconcerned about the threat that these two pose.
Okay. All right. So they knock on this door here. And the door opens, and you guys just hear basically a lot of grunting as the Gamorian and the Rhodian start talking. There's a lot of grunting and waving around of hands that Des can see. And it's getting a little more heated and a little more heated. And how do I want to do this? Okay.
How do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this? Here's what I'm gonna do. Why don't you guys give me? I'm gonna have you 3 make a vigilance or a cool check. Here.
With a difficulty?
Difficulty of we're gonna say 2. We're gonna say 2.
Trevor, I also realize technically every time I do stealth, I get 2 boost dice. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're going to want to remember that for me.
Yeah, I'm marking it in my new
Especially
system.
for the duration of this campaign.
Those boost dice make a big difference. Take it from me.
I mean, yeah, more dice are good.
Was that you up top there with that?
I don't think she rolled again.
So, Des, I'm going to need you to make this roll too.
Okay. Which roll is it?
It's vigilance, difficulty of 2.
Oh, I got one of the worst ones I could, I think. Whatever.
Cool. Okay, nope. So you guys are unable to...
Garbage.
We're all unable to act to stop this from happening, but one of the Gamorans just whips out his axe, just bashes in the front door.
Dang.
And takes out this Rhodian with it as they force their way in.
Ow, okay.
I have no allegiance to this man. I found an arm in his trash. I'm currently, as I'm sitting here playing this game, I'm knitting, and it's very much the vibe of N7 right now. He's just like hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, like, personally, that's fucked up, but like, as an A1, I'm like, I don't know if I care.
Des should probably care though, right? She's mean.
I don't know how she works.
Yeah, I was like,
Is today a care day or a Sith day?
I don't have Sith days. Learn how I work.
Do something, save.
So, all right.
It's really annoying.
He was already dead, first of all. Second of all, I never got to talk to him. You pulled me away before I even got to start shopping, so.
All right, so these Gamorans just start tearing this place apart. And stuff is just like flying and crashing inside of this room. I'm going to guess that you guys are still just kind of hanging low.
I mean, I already radio over. They blew me off. And I'm trying to keep stealth at this point because I also want to be available to get back to the ship if possible.
Hang on.
Or like go after like Ness and Officer Wolfowitz. So
I take issue with you saying that we blew you off. You said they're headed your way, and we were like, okay.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be like jump down and assassinate them?
No, but like we're like, okay, we'll just chill.
Yeah, I thought that was what your message was supposed to mean. Like,
danger's headed your way.
yeah, so we're lying low. What's the issue here?
Okay.
We are like, I mean, we haven't had to make a stealth check yet, but I'm assuming sufficiently hidden on the roof of this building, and I'm yet to figure out why through whatever logic they're going to determine that we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
can fly, so like no issues on my part.
There's also that too. Plus, there's 2 of them. I'm pretty confident I could take them, but like, fine. I'll be like, should we leave since we know they're in the store right now, apparently making a ruckus? Okay, I guess not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
We have no reason to be here. It's sort of like, I'm like, oh.
All right. So you guys waited out a little bit longer, and after they have sufficiently just completely tossed this place, they start looking around outside too. And they look around for a little while. And after some time, they kind of meet back up, and they're just kind of like scratching their heads. And then they finally leave the area. And some of these places all start opening up again, and you guys are in the clear.
Okay.
How's the shop looking? Now I'm gonna hop.
I don't think you meant to disconnect, but the timing was perfect for
Oh, wow.
my end.
That was perfect.
Welcome back.
Hello, welcome back.
Slight disconnect there, it looked like.
Yeah, my internet's been fuzzy lately.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling.
What were you saying?
Now I'm gonna hop back down now that they're gone. Now that the coast is clear, and I am curious what kind of mischief they got up to in this little shop down there.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you guys hop on down, hop into the store. We're obeying the fourth wall here. You guys get down, get back in. There you go. Okay. So you guys come into this place, and this building, this place is trashed. There's just stuff everywhere. There's guns and weapons and things all over the floor. Heard him. Dead Rhodian on the ground here. You guys can check on him if you want.
I'll see if he's like dead or
Okay.
salvageable, so to speak.
Okay.
Dead or mostly dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna have you do is make a formidable medicine check. So this is going to be a difficulty of 4 with 1 setback die.
Do I get a boost die for having 3 arms?
You do.
It's not bad. 4 difficulty, setback die, medicine. Yeah, that's like, this is a doable thing. Okay, I mean,
Almost. You almost had it.
that's not bad, really.
Yeah. Okay. So you know
Close.
he's you make an effort to try and bring him back. He's gone. You can't do it. You make an effort to try to resuscitate him, but you can tell after a few minutes that it's not happening. They got him too good. So he's out here.
Do
Two
I
guys
know
now.
enough to know what the finder keeper rules are of this planet?
Oh boy. Okay.
Also, like, what do the shops do around it? Because on the one hand, it probably happens enough that like the huts just fuck up somebody's shop, but then what happens?
That sounds like a thing that you would need someone with Streetwise or Underworld to know.
I mean, my gut says it being a hut world is that finders is like people don't give a shit here.
There ain't no cops here.
I mean, I
Yeah.
get all that. I'm asking what A1 personally would think.
Oh, okay.
I know what N7 would do because he already has a stolen spaceship.
Yep.
So I don't think he would give a flying fuck about who's coming
Yeah.
to this
Well,
Okay,
that
fine.
was life or death.
Yeah.
ship. Yeah, but I mean, you've held on to it and you have not paid them back.
I slowly paid him back. Not really. Fair point.
Did I miss that? Pretty sure you've been called out on it at least twice.
It's not entirely clear. It was not a contractual.
No.
It was very hand wavy. I owe him
Okay.
a lot of favors. Hundreds of thousands of favors.
Okay. So here's my question: is are you guys going to spend some time looking through the shop to see if there's anything valuable you can pillage, or are you getting out of here? That's what I need to
And real
I
quick,
am not
where
interested.
are the other two guys that I'm stealth to?
I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
The like two hut guards.
What about them?
Where did they go? I missed that.
They're out of here. After
Okay,
they
they're
killed
just
that
out of the
guy-
whole area.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything is opening back up now. Shops are starting to open up their windows and everything. It's now safe.
Then I was gonna come over here and like poke my head in and be like, "Y'all okay?" I can't move Lothcat though.
Everything's. I mean, it's not okay, but like we're okay.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know what's going on either. I was trying to establish what my character knows, and people just said a bunch of stuff. Like, technically, I never even said that I wanted to go in the shop. I probably would just leave because obviously the shop just got ransacked, and being associated with the ransacked shop seems like a bad idea.
Okay. All right. So A1, that was my bad. I will assume you stayed
That's
on the roof.
fine.
I would.
Like, if you were gonna loot the shop, I mean, I guess whatever. But also, like, it's very unclear what's going on right now. So I'm gonna guess that I just want to leave because what's the point of being here?
Okay. All right. And then N7, what's the word on your end?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did go in to like check on the damage and see what was up with that dude, and it was a bunch of damage and a dead guy, and I'm like, cool, and I'm out of here.
All right. So yeah, you're moving out. Okay. Great. All right. Yeah. So you guys are out of here. It's all clear. It's a little bit on the dead side, but
By the way, I placed a tagger on their speeder if we want to try and see if we can find where it went.
Yeah, we saw.
Oh, because, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just watched you do it.
I mean, I still tried to
Maybe
do
you
it
saw the
stealthily.
Lothcat float over there, and
No, we just saw her do it. We're droids. We get to just see her when she thinks she's invisible.
If you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Did we
What does that
establish
even
was Max?
mean?
You're invisible if I'm not looking at you, Des.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that one guy from
Big
fuck,
Brain
what's that
Pod.
bad movie?
Do
mind.
they exist?
So would I use my like what is my crazy like ass scanner I have and it would show up on there, or
Yeah, I mean, so you have eyes on this thing. You can see exactly where it's going.
okay.
That's cool.
So you guys know exactly where this thing is going, and we will go there now, because they are going to be there long before the rest of you. But you guys are out of this place. Okay. Let's go over here. Ooh, okay, I gotta fix that. Figuring out how I do shit. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to. There we go. Okay. That. Need to remember to rename some of these tokens eventually.
You doing some DM jazz over there?
I am. Some of the tokens I have remembered to like rename from like Jedi female human or whatever to, like Des, but then other ones I have still left as just like Nautilin male, and so every now and then I go to the search field and type in like Ness Brinto, and then nothing comes up, and I'm like, oh right, still haven't done that.
At least if you type in N, maybe, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Nautilin, yeah.
Is Wolfowitz like attractive human male?
Yes, that's it. That was the file name.
Incredibly handsome.
Am I murder droid?
Something close to that. Okay, I got this one. Okay, and then Okay. Well, and we're there. So this is where they take you. It's a giant hallway. You guys arrive at.
Oh, promising. This is like so red flags. Are just...
You guys arrive
Look,
at.
you guys will be fine. Maybe one of you ends up frozen in the carbonite.
Ooh, a gonk droid.
Yep,
Is it
yeah, that's a
carbonite?
gonk droid wandering the
Oh.
halls here.
Gonk.
Gonk. So this thing is sort of was wandering up and down the halls. You guys arrive at a palace. There are 2 giant double doors that slide open as you guys are ushered in here. And the male Twi'lek sort of guiding you down this hall as these Gamorreans hang out behind you.
Gonk. Hero of Star Wars.
I'm going to assume you guys are going with the flow for now.
Yeah, let's roll it.
I haven't
Let's go
taken our
with
weapons or
Mr.
anything, right? Like we still have our I still have the lightsaber and
They
everything.
have not taken anything from you yet. They
All
are
right,
trusting you with all of your stuff thus far.
great. Then Ness is fine with this.
Yeah, we will proceed. I have all of my Republic medals on like
Wolfowitz
I'm
is
like a
very
third world
important,
dictator over here with all my
yeah.
medals hanging out.
I think it's I feel like they can't just murder an important officer, hopefully,
Okay.
and a Jedi. That's too red flaggy for the
We'll
Republic.
find out, but
I
probably-
know. Just don't
I'm
get me
kind of
wrong.
banking on at least one of those coming through.
How inner or outer rim are we right now?
You guys are on the outer rim.
Oh,
Okay.
Now Hutta is way out there.
We're in. Oh fuck! What's it called?
We're
Neon
finally-
line, deep
Listen,
space,
that just means that
unregulated.
they don't let us
Nullsec.
out of the eye of the Republic.
LSEC.
We're in Nullsec. We're finally in an area that I have. This is for some reason the only knowledge skill that I took when I was making my character is Outer Rim.
That's unusual.
Okay.
Why?
All right.
It is because I don't really understand Star Wars, but it just felt right.
I
The
mean,
first book that is all like outer rim stuff.
Oh god, there's a lot of people
Oh
there.
hell yeah! Look
That
at
looks
this.
like a Rancor pit. Suspicious.
Killed one before.
maybe
It'll
it's-
be fine.
Maybe it's just for like it's like daycare. They've got a little kids program going on.
little hutlings down there, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So you come into this room and it is it's very active. You know, there's a lot of people here that are hanging out. There are drinks. There are Twi'leks dancing in certain areas. And at the center of it all is a hut whose face is sort of shrouded in darkness. And there is a red Twi'lek woman that is standing near him that sort of stands out. She's not really doing the same activities as the others. She's just sort of standing near him and has sort of a very like imposing demeanor. And her face is sort of scarred. And these Gamorrean guards all shove you forward onto this platform. It's very not suspicious platform. Mhm.
No, thank you.
Very not suspicious.
Yeah.
It's a very normal platform.
Are they forced to stand there, or did they choose to stand?
Oh, these guards shove them with their sort of spears sideways with the wooden part to sort of push them on there. And eventually, eventually, all the music stops. People sort of stop dancing and they turn and look at you guys. And this lady sort of.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
timing.
was just imagining. It's just Wolfowitz. Just
Oh my god, but I love that. That would be so good.
He might be doing it right now.
Yeah, we just can't
Yeah,
tell.
there we go.
I know.
Can I
he
message
comes up.
him?
Yeah, I'm gonna tag him in the.
Like after his unironically good Yoda, I'm like interested to see his unironically good hut.
Yeah,
Right?
Yoda was like, that's a highlight. I'm never gonna forget that.
Well, he messaged me back, so his internet's not dead at least.
To find dead.
Oh, man, I was just trying to see if there was a lo-fi remix of the Jabba's Palace music, but there was not.
Oh my god.
Oh, Trevor was saying that he's like, I finally noticed that I was frozen sometime into my hut voice, and I was
No.
like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get another beer real quick.
Okay.
We'll pretend.
I'm gonna have to talk to a hut. Better loosen up.
Let's see. How do I think this is gonna go? I think this is gonna go. This Twi'lek lady is gonna say something. The hut's gonna laugh, and we're gonna get some good hut laughter and hut voice from Trevor. And
Yeah.
then I think Wolfowitz is gonna do some great talking, and depending on his diplomacy role, we either get out of this okay, or he's like, Ness, do something with the Force, and Ness is gonna be like, wrong Jedi here, buddy. And
Yeah,
then,
Ness spots a bowl on a table across the room and oh hey, we can see
he's
you.
back.
Are there any force powers you can use right now to like save your ass preemptively?
I mean, I tried 4C earlier in the day, but I don't know how much time has passed, and I don't know if I can just keep using that power. There's not explicit, but it feels broken if I just keep rolling. I feel like it's a once a day thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Am I audible? Am I being?
Hello.
Hello there.
Did Meg? Am I not connected to Meg?
I don't see Meg right now.
I don't
I'm
see
here.
I
Meg
don't
either.
see Meg, and I know Wolfowitz stepped away.
Wolfowitz went to get a beer.
Yeah, he went to get a beer while you were gone.
That's fair.
We are all very disappointed that we were pretty sure we were about to get a hut voice. We disconnected, and everyone was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Wait, Trevor Hutt, this is gonna be good."
I was definitely doing a hut voice to nobody for a little bit there.
Is Meg there?
It's funny how the timing. Like, I feel like every single time I disconnect, it's always in the middle of like something like that, and never during the discussions about like, I wonder when.
Bullshit tangents.
Yeah.
I wonder when the Force does this.
I wonder
or
if
this or
droids
this.
have batteries.
Were you? But Trevor, you were doing the hut voice.
I was doing
you
a hut
missed that?
voice to nobody. Yeah, I was just I noticed I was frozen when I was like kind of in the middle of it, and I was like, okay, I'll just punch out of this now.
It was a practice run.
That's okay. Yeah, that was the warm up.
Now we get the premium hut
Attention and
voice.
detail you put into this.
No. See, now I'm really sad that I got that it cut out, because now like there's an expectation that's even higher now. Okay. All right. Am I still here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great. Is everyone here?
Yes.
I think so.
Great. Okay. We left off with her stepping forward, and the hut begins to speak, and he says somewhat quietly to her, "Bonapa kesa turpa de bonki da buti chakona."
Oh shit!
And-
Speaking Hutt.
You must have been up pretty late practicing that.
Your Hutties is very impressive. You must be very proud.
And she turns to the two of you and says, "The indomitable Hut Tass wishes to know why you are inquiring about the Vigo Sprax."
Well, I first begin by saying to His Excellency Hut Nas that we are delighted to be in his presence in such a wonderful and luxurious space, one of the finest that I've been in. And can I say we've come here on a bit of a mission. I'm seeking out an old friend, someone I've had has really been a significant asset, and we've been old business partners. And I heard he'd gone missing, so I'm out here tracking him down.
She turns back to Hut Tass, and she says, "Murashi stuka crispo haga chikili."
Nice accent.
And he listens, and then says a lot of Hut, a little piece of it, just "Duga gursha tutrabo grandio," and that goes on for a while, and then she turns to the two of you. And she looks specifically at Wolfowitz for now, since it seems like he's the one that's speaking up. And she says, "The Indomitable Hut Tass says that Sprax dishonored him greatly by attempting to launder money marked with Republic credits in his territories. It is only by the generosity of the Honorable Vigo Hut Durga that we were able to catch him. He inquires as to the nature of your relationship with Vigo Sprax before he will tell you more. Answer."
His Excellency. Yes, that is surprising to hear about Vigo Sprax. You'd be out here laundering Republic credits, and obviously, Sprax and I are not. I do not know under all of his business dealings. Obviously, this is not something, especially a Republic officer, would know much about. But I can tell you that our relationship has been has been a little bit in the shadows, and I think that you may explain a little bit about my guest here. You see, out on the what was that? Where were the gladiator battles?
It was at a floating like space station, so it wasn't in a specific place.
Okay. Well, I've again, His Excellency Vigo Sprax and I have had a healthy competition with our gladiator companions, and been a member of many tournaments, and so that is how we've gotten to know each other.
Ness, quick question for you: is your hood up or down?
Up. It's up. It's definitely up. It's definitely been up this entire time.
Okay. Let's see. How do we do this?
I have a bad feeling about this. That's why.
Let's see. I think you'd gotten 3 successes on that.
That's fair enough.
Oof. Okay. So Daisha turns to. Oh, that's okay. You guys will know her name soon enough. She looks at Ness, and she says, "The Indomitable Tass asks that you remove your hood."
Yeah. All right. Well, and Ness kind of looks at Wolfowitz and glances at him and is like waiting for the signal, I guess. And Wolfowitz is gonna.
I'll speak up for a second, and say, though I greatly respect His Excellency, I brought my companion here as my close compatriot. I do not wish to. I feel maybe in an environment where many people have perhaps bet on or against my fighters in competition. I dare not play my cards it's in quite such a way. You're perhaps yourself included. I hope you will understand my discretion. I'm sure that you would feel the same way.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a negotiation roll against a difficulty of 3, but go ahead and add a boost die for me.
You said 3 difficulty?
3 difficulty, 1 boost die. Also, I realized I'm rolling in the Jedi business thing, which is, oh, that's a fucking crit.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that's going to be enough for, as Ness is sort of like reaching up for the hood, the Hut Tass says something, and the Twi'lek holds out her hand and says, "Stop." She says, "Hut Tass says that you have made an honorable point, as he too would want to respect the discretion of his fighters in such an environment. He agrees. The hood stays on."
Excellent. I greatly appreciate the generosity of His Excellence and his understanding of our discretion.
So there's a little bit more discussion between the two of them. It's a little low. You can't quite make out what's going on over there. And then once that's done, she turns to you and says, "The Hut wishes to ask what you want of Sprax."
Well, if I am to be entirely honest with you, and in front of His Excellency, I would of course be nothing but. Uh, Something you said earlier really touched on exactly why I am here, why I might have might expose my relationship a little bit further with Mr. Sprax, and that I believe he may have some credits of mine, or excuse me, of the Republic's.
Okay. Okay, so she turns and relays the message. And then she turns back and says, the Indomitable Hut Tass says that the credits are in his possession.
Indeed. Then I think you are in the unfortunate position of owing credits to the Republic.
At that, the entire room laughs. And she's kind of smiling, which is not a thing that has happened yet since you have been here. And she sort of looks at you, and she says, "It is no small thing for us to take care of the Republic markings on these credits."
Well, I suppose that is so, and I certainly would not think there would be any challenge for you. I would, of course, I would hate to report that had happened to Republic mission credits, something that had been marked for very significant oversight mission with regard to the Black Sun. I would hate to have to visit the resources that we were exerting upon the Black Sun, upon any organization or party that may be involved in laundering and of Republic credits, especially those that have been stolen from the Republic. I think that would draw some significant eye, to which I don't know that the parties involved would be very excited about. But it is up to you.
Okay, that's pretty good. Go ahead and give me another negotiation roll. Difficulty of 3. Go ahead and add that boost die again. Whew, that's so many. That's so many. Okay, there is a lot of discussion after you say that. A lot. And you guys are standing on that grate for what feels like an eternity. And eventually she turns around and she says, "Apologies. I realize I have now introduced myself. My name is Advisor Dacia. The Indomitable Hut Tass finds your terms agreeable and would be happy to remit the money into your care." And she goes on to say, "However, Sprax will not be granted freedom." And then she goes on to say, "For the time being, you will be permitted to stay as guests as we look into reacquiring these credits for your possession."
Excellent. It is thank His Excellency on my behalf and on behalf of the Republic. I'm so thankful that we did not have to go through all of the heinous paperwork and tedium of introducing all sorts of complexity into your arrangement in some business life. That is most thankful. Can I inquire, is the Vigo Sprax, is he still alive?
So they discuss a little bit further. And she turns around and says, "The Indomitable Hut Tass has found you to be an honorable and upstanding steward, and will reveal to you that Sprax is indeed alive."
And out of sportsman's curiosity, given that Mr. Sprax and I have had a healthy competition over the years, I am curious if I will ever likely see him again. What is to become of this Vigo Sprax?
Dacia says, "If you are to dishonor the Indomitable Hut Tass, he invites you to join Sprax in the Silica Oxalate mines, slaving away for an eternity."
Well, I don't think I'll be doing any of that, lest you draw even more eyes onto this side of the rim. And I certainly don't think that would be wanting. I think that we have taken what we need here, and I think that we will maybe have a drink, enjoy your company, and then we will see what happens. But please thank His Excellency for his generosity and candor.
She turns and relays the message, and then she claps, and everyone kind of goes back to what they were doing before. And she opens up her hands and invites you to step off of the grate.
Perfect.
And these two guys stop watching you as well. And she says, and before you guys leave, she adds, please, if you would, stay here as your rooms are prepared. Enjoy what we have to offer.
Thank you, and thank His Excellency for the generosity in this circumstance, and for returning the property of the Republic. It does not go unnoticed.
She nods, everything resumes, and you guys are safe in here. Boy, that could have gone many, many ways. I'm glad it went the way it did.
GG.
Okay. So my crew that did not get picked up. What are your plans, having left the open air market?
Waiting to hear what happens and/or shopping.
I mean, the weapon shop got blasted, so where else are you going to be shopping?
Well, I mean, it's an entire planet. I'm assuming there's more than like a singular market. There's more than like one Whole Foods in.
You're gonna leave us out here. First of all, you passed up all the stolen goods, which I'm still surprised by. But then you're gonna leave us out here in the cold to go shopping. Although, to be frank,
I'm just killing time. I'm waiting to hear what happens because, again, I'll explain the logic.
Sure.
Not that my character would be like, if my character were to narrate what an A1 is thinking, it's like you two willingly got on the ship and went off. So I'm going to assume that you're fine until you tell us otherwise. There was no indication of distress or alarm.
We got picked up by 4 Gamorian guards that just rolled up.
I was like, you want me to shoot them? And I was told no. So I'm assuming that I was not supposed to feel threatened here, okay?
I'm a big meat bag, so you know that I'm good squishy in front of all these like big thick boys that are putting me in their car and then taking me for a ride.
These are way too many gradients of gray for me to understand or care about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I do feel that.
I would like to be watching the tracker with, I assume Des is probably also watching the tracker, to see like where they stop moving.
Okay.
Is the Hutt's palace like a hidden place, or is it just like, yeah?
I don't know. I mean, we'll know which Hutt palace is the right one, right?
Again, this is like if I had underworld knowledge, I'd be able to tell. Sorry, outer world knowledge.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I would suggest that we not immediately go there. If anything, we should only send one person there, because if they know that we're here and they're aware of our presence, they're probably keeping an eye on our ship. So I'm not ready to move that just yet.
I had wanted to sneak off back to the ship, drop off the lolcat.
Okay.
Lolcat.
The lolcat.
Appropriate. Is your camera supposed to be off? Are we done VTubing for the night? I'm unsure.
Yeah, it was being finicky.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were like accidentally stuck on that horrendous.
The terrible thing. Yeah.
Lucy?
Yeah.
If anyone did want to go and like scope the place out, but keep the ship here, I'd conveniently have that speeder bike, so we could send like a scout, so to speak. If anyone cares enough to go, or we could.
I mean,
it's not a thing I'm specced into doing, so I would not be inclined to do it.
Yeah, I was hoping to drop off Blaze, and then to like try to send signal to Officer Wolfowitz and Ness and be like, "Are you guys okay?" I assume
We just
probably
call them.
not.
Yeah, just
Right?
call them.
Right, just try calling them.
I mean, literally.
Yeah,
any of you
that's
could
what I
call
was
us,
gonna
but yes.
Yeah, but she's like the comms one, you know.
I know, I just wasn't there yet.
Your defining character.
Yep. Ness.
so-
I'm calling
Well, the
you now.
antisocial robots definitely don't fit the mold, that's
Again,
for sure.
if you had resisted, if you'd done anything else, I might have cared. But you're just like, I'm gonna get on the ship. Yeah, it's fine. I want to
It's
go
not
talk
how
to the hut.
Wolfowitz rolls. That's true.
If we're at like the Black Sun Arena and you're like, I'm gonna go talk to the people in the high room, I'll be like, okay.
Oh, please.
There. Okay, so for now, I'm going to assume you guys reconvene at the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are here. Lothcat is safely sequestered back in the room.
Ness.
Ness will.
Can you well, first I'm signaling you. I was also assuming I don't know if you guys can answer.
Yeah, can we answer?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, we can go into a corner.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, you guys are now free to sort of do your own thing in that bar area. So yes, I'm going to say that you guys can answer now, assuming that everything that happened to you happened in the time that it took all of them to get back and reconvene and corral the Lothcat.
Okay.
So yes.
What's going on? Do you guys need help? I mean, it didn't look like you were taken away by choice.
It seemed like the most peaceful way to resolve that situation at the moment and get the information we needed. Wolfowitz, Officer Wolfowitz was able to talk to Hut Task, and it seems as if we will be getting the credits back. It looks like the Huts have taken the credits, and they have enslaved Vigo Sprax, it appears. So things have taken a little bit of a turn, and we are going to be what they say their guests of honor, and staying over here. And at this point, Ness will look at Wolfowitz and be like, "Officer, do you think we should be thinking of a way out of the situation at this moment?"
We are not going to stay the night.
All right.
Yes, it would be great if you could, get the ship ready, and it'd be great to have A1 on the guns and N7 in the pilot seat, and get us ready. We're probably going to be making a how we tend to make these exits.
We'll stay for lunch, though.
Any questions, Des?
Do you want us to just get the entire ship over there? Do you want me to come on foot and just kind of chill, or just like be ready to cover your escape?
Ness will glance around the room and look at all the Gamorian guards. I think you should bring the ship.
Okay.
I think that would be prudent and a smart idea.
Is this on speaker? Like, is N7 hearing this in A1?
That's your call.
All right.
I don't know. Did you put it on speaker? Are we hearing it?
Yeah. What's
I
the
don't
word?
like. I'm still new to D&D, so I'm not
Yeah, I
always
know,
sure
I know.
like what is obvious and what is not obvious. And sometimes when I try to like ask things, it's like,
Yeah.
duh.
So
I
it's
didn't even
so
know
no,
you could.
it's up to you. Like, do you is this a private conversation? I mean, I feel like knowing Des, you probably would have had this on open comm so that they could hear it too.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I just don't know if the other two droids are in the room with me or if they absconded
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the ship.
I'm assuming they are.
So all right.
Um,
So I'm gonna look at N7 and A1 and be like, "Is this you guys ready to go get them? Is this cool with you?"
Did you see anything as you were making your way to the Hut Palace? Was there any, I don't know, anti-ship artillery?
I'll call ahead. I'll make sure that there's room for us to land.
Yes or a no?
We'll
I would have
find
no doubt that the Huts would have significant defenses, aerial defenses of their property. I have no doubt of that, but I'll make sure there's a landing spot.
Okay.
They control the entire planet, right?
Yeah. I mean, different ones.
I would
obviously.
strongly advise against us flying in with our ship and trying to like do anything
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Sprax is in a mine somewhere. We are in the clear, so
Yeah.
they have no reason to fire on our ship. They should
Sorry,
just let
I
us
mean
go.
like there's no reason for me to be on the guns because I would not try and shoot anyone because then we'd probably just implode almost immediately because I'm assuming they vastly outnumber us in terms
Oh.
of firepower.
I don't think you need to shoot at anything. I think it would be
Yeah. We're fine to fly into wherever like parking is. That's fine.
Fair
but-
enough, but let's not call it the friendliest of territories.
Yeah. Never know what could happen. I think it's prudent
You
to
also
have
don't know who's going to chase you, too.
anyone ready just in case.
I mean, I was gonna be there anyway, sure, but like,
It is
All right.
this room.
Let's
It
keep
is
going.
true. Yeah. Cool. So then, I guess Ness will be like, pick us up. Wolford says he wants to stay for lunch, so we'll deal with the public officer once, and pick us up a little past lunch, and may the force be with you.
We'll
I
we'll
assume
wait
it'll
for your
take them a
call,
little while to get to us, and
we'll
yeah,
wait
I'll
for your
avail myself
call.
of 3 or 4 drinks and lunch.
But if we don't hear from you by sunset, we're gonna come find you.
That seems.
I'm
like
assuming it's morning or something. I'm just setting
Yeah.
like a time limit on this.
Yeah,
basically.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Bye.
I don't think bye.
Excellent. Okay. Okay. So my ship crew sounds like you are on standby until you get an okay.
Yeah,
Okie
I mean, we
dokie.
know the location of this place. I'm assuming I know about how long it'll take us to get there.
Yeah.
Well,
This
we
place.
have
We're
the
in a
tracking beacon
spaceship,
on us,
probably not
so-
very long. Like,
You know exactly, well, at least
Yeah,
where the
this-
speeder went to.
This place is fairly close, especially if you were to take the ship there. I mean, it was within land speeder distance, and very quick response time, to say the least, when you guys got signaled.
Can I hold
right.
up and ask a question real quick? I want to follow up on that
Absolutely.
conversation.
Absolutely.
Did the hut or his assistant, whose name I don't recall,
Mhm.
did she tell me, say that a Vigo turned him over?
That is correct. She
Which
did.
Vigo was this again?
She said that, and I will put it in chat for you.
Thank
She
you.
said-
It's a little hard to figure out.
That's okay. Vigo Durga is the one who alerted them to Sprax's
have
presence
we
on the
heard
planet.
that name before?
That's what I'm going to look at.
probably.
Vigo Durga was present at the Black Sun Arena.
Oh shit. Which
Okay.
one was he? Time to look at notes.
I mean, on the one hand, I don't
Wait,
think
I
met
thought
any
Durga was a
Vigo.
hut. He's the Vigo
He
hut.
is. Durga is a hut.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah, shit.
That makes some sense, I guess. I really have no idea about the political workings of the Vigos.
Can I,
Of
Very
course.
high.
Yes, this makes sense to me and my Star Wars knowledge.
Yeah.
can I use the phone real quick? I think I have Lane's contact information, right?
Yes.
And Ness was Lane's.
Pratt. I
Gladiator,
think Pratt.
right?
I was Pratt's buddy.
Pratt. So
Pratt.
Pratt. Yes. So Ness's ruse to get into the arena, Pratt was the one that he said he was the champion for.
Okay.
So Lane was the one who got a lot of Sprax's former colonies in the weird
Exchange.
multi-level exchange that you negotiated. So that was Lane's involvement with you, was that multi-tiered trade agreement.
Deal for marketing.
Let's see. Lane doesn't really have any. I don't know. Not beholden to Sprax in any way, I guess. Then.
He already got everything he wanted from Sprax.
Yeah.
Sure
I
did.
mean, the decision here is to whether or not to try to facilitate an escape for Sprax, given the fact
Yeah.
that he's come in handy a number of times, or if we should just take the credits and run here. Still trying to decide on this.
Yeah, actually, Ness is gonna ask Wolfowitz that after he hangs up. He'll be like, "So, officer, what do we do about our good friend Sprax?"
Trying to come up with a plan, Mr. Printo. If we can, if Sprax has provided us, it provides us enough gateways in the future in order to, or left opportunities in the future to really be of value, or continue to be of value, or if we should more or less cut him loose here. Unfortunately, I don't mean to throw him under the bus, but he certainly accepted the risk.
Ness is gonna think about it for a second, and then oh boy, here we go, some classic Jedi shit right now.
Yeah, what does your morality tell you?
Yeah, he's gonna say, well, the Vigo certainly wasn't a very peaceful, or what's the word here? What's the word I'm looking for? Very peaceful, or
He's not of a person of high moral character.
there you go. Yes, thank you. He certainly was not, and if this is the will of the Force, Jedi's favorite word, and so be it. I think we need to do what's right for the Republic, and it also seems as if we do rescue this Vigo, he will not be a Vigo for much longer.
That is an interesting point. It is an interesting quandary that these Vigos get themselves into. I do not understand the factionalism that exists even within the Black Sun. Can you call Vigo, your former associate Vigo Pret? I want to assess the standing of Vigo Sprax. If he is,
Does Ness have Vigo Pret's contact info?
I'm gonna say you have yes.
You like to-
I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes.
I would assume so. Sure. So he'll be like, okay, that sounds like a plan. I think you should do majority of the talking here, but
let's go.
I'll Ness is like, sure, we can try that and see what goes on.
I need you to make it. You need to make it like a hollow net intro for me.
like an E intro, yeah, sure. So Ness will attempt to communicate with Vigo Pret.
Compico.
I'm on.
Okay. We are contacting Pret. Yes.
Oh,
Let's do
I
it.
almost was like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Mhm.
Sorry, that was a joke for the three of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, don't worry about it because I don't want to explain it. I will if asked, but right now, okay.
We got some fish to fry over here.
Yes. Okay. Calling Pret. I was going to roll.
And I'm not. I was saying
that.
that because he's a Mon Calamari because I thought that would be funnier.
Yes.
That's true.
Good point. Okay.
An aquatic
gonna do-
alien to another aquatic alien. Vigo Pret and Ness share a shared semblance of like water is great.
Of gills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about that roll. Okay.
I love it when you say that, Trevor.
I'm never worried about that.
So you do call the information that you have for Pret, and a Zabrak male answers the line, and says, "How do you have this number?"
Ness will kind of yeah, so hold on, I gotta think about this for a second. Ness will take a deep breath first and then say, greetings, this is Jedi Knight Ness Brintro, and I had served as Vigo Pret's champion in a couple of what is its time passing in Star Wars, a couple moons ago.
We'll say that, sure.
or something.
I like that. That sounds very Star Wars.
A couple moons ago or something, and was looking to get in contact with him.
He thinks about it for a second, and he looks at you a little bit, and he goes, "I have heard of you." He says, "Pret is currently indisposed. Do you have a message you wish to relay to him?"
Yes, if he could reach.
I'm overhearing this conversation, and I'm just going to take the Hollow Messenger.
And then Wolf Voice just acts it from him. He's like, "There you go. Yeah, talk to this guy."
Yes, who am I speaking to?
He says, "You are speaking to Pret's right hand."
Well, Mr. Pret's right hand, this is Officer Wolfowitz. Please leave a message on behalf of myself and Mr. Brinto. Please mark it urgent for the Vigo. And this concerns some of his associates, Mr. Sprax in particular, and that we would very much like to have a conversation. It is of the utmost urgency and a priority to the Republic.
He does look like he is making notes in a computer somewhere. And then he says, he shakes his head and he's like, "It's a really weird day when a Republic officer and a Jedi Knight wanting to talk to Pret isn't the strangest conversation I've had." And he makes a note and he says, "I will notify Pret that you desire a conversation." And he just shuts off.
All
Does
right.
not say goodbye. They never do.
Of course not. It's okay. It's lunchtime. Let's get a drink.
And I think that's going to be a good spot to pause for now before anything else happens. And then we can feel the passage of time as you two wait in the belly of the beast.
Yep.
We get a good buffet lunch.
Yep.
Take in the music.
Yeah, I assume there's some good tunes there.
Oh
I
yeah, they're
assume so.
great. Some live
Some
tunes.
good dancers.
You just do not play flat. That's the big thing. That's the big thing here.
And I'll wait to get a callback.
How many death sticks are lit up right now?
Oh, there's a few. There's a handful in the room.
I'm just glad Cad Bane wasn't sitting in the corner. Like, I was just imagining Jabba's palace, and I'm like, oh god, now Cad Bane's in the corner, just like Boba Fett's just standing there, like.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Cad Bane,
exactly.
let me tell you, Cad Bane, not a fan of you guys.
I mean, Mr. Robert Fett.
Yeah.
Robert Fett.
That was
so
good.
Boy, is this going. This is good. This is good. I feel like Ness is just getting seedier and seedier as time goes on.
That's the problem
kind
when you
of.
get involved with politicians.
I mean,
I got
that's the
guess
problem
I'm
for
not
most of the
really
Jedi in the Clone Wars, though. So that's par for the course.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I didn't want to interrupt and to ask, but I'm like, I mean, on the one hand, it's like technically the nice thing to do would be to free him, but also like the implication is that there's many other slaves in the Hutt mines who like probably are more deserving of being freed, but also why aren't the Jedi doing that, huh?
No, 100%. That's a big sticking point for Anakin, as a hero of the Republic and as a Jedi, being like, "Yo, Yoda, what the fuck?" And
yeah.
Yoda's just like, "Many problems there are in the Republic, but you cannot solve them all with Jedi. Like, only
Yeah.
a limited number of us there are." And Anakin's like, "What? What?" But yeah, so that's why I like, as playing Ness Brintro, it's easy to just be like, Jedi, Force, these are ways we can overlook atrocities in the galaxy. It's cool.
There's a lot of that in the Clone Wars.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
So
Yep.
what you're saying is there's some like trade sanctions on the Hutts.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's just
It's always political.
It's
all-
there's yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lot of slavery in the Clone Wars that gets brought up and is just often overlooked by the Jedi.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the way
Everyone always,
right
like,
up until the end
feels-
of it.
Which is like
Feels
what
bad.
my character is based on. Is she got tired of seeing it and the hypocrisy, like, so I'm like that vein of, I don't like. I feel like we should actually be helping people.
This is like season 7 Ahsoka.
Yeah.
It's like, the Jedi are hypocrites and they suck. I'm out. And Ness is like, going along with the whole thing is like all the other Jedi
Ness
are.
still
so.
believes.